win, don't they? Because I think this will be 3 in a row if they lose this one. And if they lose this one, they're in a position where they're probably going to get sucked out of the finals potentially, because they would have played one extra game than some of the other sides. Admittedly, they'll probably be in at the moment, but with other sides behind them having a game in hand and only half a game behind them, so they could potentially get sucked out of that in the next week or so. So for that reason, it's so important for them. Red Hill obviously have won down here recently against them. They won by a point. I think the first game was it last year they won. So it's not a ground that's foreign to them in terms of getting the job done, but I'd have to say Dromana will win this game this afternoon.
It's certainly not different conditions for Red Hill, is it, out there, Vossi? They're quite used to the wet, slippery conditions as it would be up in Red Hill. We got the sun out here now at Dromana, but we look up on top of the hill and there's probably a bit of rain up there.
I left Mornington, and I'm telling you, the weather was beautiful in Mornington. It wasn't really windy, it wasn't cold, it was just really nice. You get down here, it was overcast and it started raining very heavily, and now it's fine again. So, I think the wind's certainly blown the weather away from here, and I think we'll be in for a reasonable afternoon.
Now let's get into yesterday's game, Vossi. Sereno obviously getting a pretty comfortable victory over Rosebud. The news coming out that Nick Jewell will step down after season 22, along with Beau Mustin at Frankston Bombers. Are you surprised with either of those decisions?
I'm probably more surprised with Nick Jewell. Is this his second season or third season back? Did he coach a year before the pandemic?
I reckon he did, yep.
All right, so he's at least 3 years in. Maybe not as big a surprise then with him, but Beau's been around for quite a while, and I guess the old adage sort of having, I knew something blew out then, thank you. The old adage of maybe a different voice, maybe change things up a little bit, but they've still got unfinished business, I guess, this year, Frankston. A huge game for them next week, but I'm probably not that surprised with Beau's decision, maybe a little bit surprised with Nick's decision.
I'm probably the other way around. I would have thought Beau, he's doing so well and it's progressing up, whereas with Nick it's probably heading the other direction.
Yeah,
so
I think unfortunately with Nick's circumstance is that by no means to him, like when you lose 10 senior players, and they're not just your bottom of the 22 players, you get guys who move to Queensland like Keegan Downey. I guess Jai Hardwick moves on along with Nathan Batsanis. Greg Bentley retires. Then you've got a few more as well. It really does leave a hole in your side, and they are just so young at the moment, Vossi.
They are. Sus, quick question for you in regards to Beau Mustin. How many years has Beau been coach of Frankston?
Oh, I'd have to go back, but it'd be more than.
It'd have to be 6 to 8.
Would it be close to 10?
I don't think it'd be 10. I think it'd be 6 to 8.
So what about the fact that if you've been there a while and maybe changing up the voice, do you believe in that adage, or do you just go with their form the last few weeks has been fantastic, they're progressing well?
Look, if there's a time to do what they've done, now's the time to do it. And they've picked the opportune time. It gives the playing group some emphasis on what they have to do for the rest of the season, and it gives the committee a good outlook of selecting the best coach moving forward.
Within the next 3 weeks, AJ, they've got 2 massive games. They've got a game against Mount Eliza next week, and they've got a game against YCW in a couple of weeks, and I think there's another one, might be Sorrento, might be sandwiched in between that. So they've got some massive games coming up. So they're 6 and 3 at the moment, but they just need to be able to navigate through those next couple of games and maybe win one of those games at least, one of the next 3 at a bare minimum, and they should be all right for the rest of the season after that.
Yeah, and I guess just looking more deep into it, guys, is that a lot of the players, I guess it's easy for them just to say, look, I'm not playing anymore. I'm going to have a year off. Look at it at the coach's sort of perspective, is that how hard would it have been for the last couple of years in having to, I guess, be the support network for players who not able to, have that outlet on a Saturday afternoon.
Be a coach, be a father, be a counsellor, be anything else.
I think local coaching is now got to the point where, especially, and I'm talking for Nick, is that he's not just a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday coach. He's a 24/7 professional coach that, I joke with him a lot, is that he should have an office at Rosebud Sports Complex, because he is there and he is thinking about it. When I was playing cricket with him, he was doing deals and getting players across the line just before we're about to run out to play a game of cricket. So he's thinking about this beforehand and months in advance. And
takes its toll?
Oh, I think it has. I honestly think it has. And we will hear from both of them in this next week, hopefully. And what I think with Nick is that he's now going to coach Rosebud Cricket Club. I think, he still has that drive to be a teacher, a developer. But I just think like we said, with football coaching, it's gone from the days of your Tuesday, your Thursday, your Saturday, and your Saturday night. You switch off. You're allowed to have a few beers with the players and things like that. But you're probably being in contact with players every day. Well, I think it's just grown on him.
Well, look at the perspective of the Peninsula Raiders, Dwayne Annable, the coach. There's a lot more time involved with him, that is for sure. Just a news flash before we start. This game's probably got more at it than what the North Melbourne Giants game will today.
Oh, Bossy, it's one of your finest no-brainers, I tell you what. It's going to be a great spectacle, that North Melbourne Giants game. But just hearing before this game, as we're about to get a start here, that Nathan Saligo back for Dromana for his first game, returning from Queensland. And also some news as well around Dan Gertz. Looks like he'll be out for the majority of the year with a partial tear in his knee. So not good for Dromana. But
Jake has been playing some good football at Adelaide.
Yeah, he has. And
especially the last few weeks.
Yeah, look, it's you speak about it, and some of the clubs who have really struggled in the last few weeks have had that a long list of injuries. Sorrento, Dromana.
I might be wrong about the weather, by the way. I did say 5 minutes ago that we're going to be in for a good day. I think I just heard some rain.
Well, we are at Dromana, the base of Red Hill, Vossi, so
yeah.
As the umpire holds the ball aloft here for the start of the Dromana and Red Hill game on Queen's Birthday Sunday. Harry Wynn-Pope and Billy Gertz doing battle in the ruck. Not able to progress the ball forward either sides. Wynn-Pope gets the tap out there. Allsop tries to break clear there. Not able to do so. It'll be tight and scrappy today. Billy Gertz gets the tap out. Clearing hand pass from Dromana. They've Josh Gertz. Jai Taylor in the long sleeves. He goes long. Looking for a target there in Andrews. Not able to take the mark. Ball goes through for a behind. Dromana on the board. One behind. Red Hill yet to score. We've played 40 seconds here at Pier Street Reserve. Vossi.
We're live here thanks to Battery World of Mornington. And the Premier Traditional Homes scoreboard. There's many of our great sponsors here at RDP. As the kick comes out towards the broadcast side. Ball knocked away by Jonas Siverson. The ball over the line for a boundary throw in left half forward.
Goal of the day will be brought to you by Icon Sports Melbourne as well. Michael Voss.
Yes, they're a new sponsor to RDP, and we thank them as we do all our magnificent sponsors here at this wonderful radio station, as the umpire will call for a secondary ball up. There's a lot of dry patches out there, but you're right in saying there's a few sort of worn patches with a bit of mud out there at the moment, and these two sides are going to they're in for a game this afternoon, especially if you look at the first 90 seconds. It's just contest after contest so far as the ball up by the umpire. Hand pass over the top. Red Hill looking to clear with a scrubby looking kick down towards the half back line. Looking there for Sullivan to try to get the hand pass out, and the umpire says, I'm going to ball it up. So it's held up once again. Dromana about 50 metres out from their goal. They've one behind, and Red Hill are yet to score.
Josh Gertz tries to break through. Just a little scrappy handball out. Marcus Delago trying to break through. Josh Mould tries to get the ball forward. Not able to do so. Danny Allsop, he gets a quick clearing kick. He's found Patrick McDonald there. He looks up forward. to a 1-on-3, but that man for Red Hill has taken the mark in Patterson.
And just
He's a good size, isn't he?
He is. We saw him at Mount Elijah. He just had a few almost moments, but he was able to take a great mark there, Vossi.
played a lot of his football in the back line. Interesting to see him up forward.
He gets a kick on goal. Goes across the face of goal, but that's a fantastic mark from Patrick McDonald. He looks like a likely size, boys.
He does, and this will be a good start for Red Hill getting the first goal on the board if they can get it. But this ground, as I said, that one here last year, it doesn't hold that many fears for them, considering Dromana have had such a winning record down here as the goal goes through. And the first goal of the game is theirs. They are 1 straight 6, and Dromana are 1 behind, and we've played 3 minutes in the opening quarter.
Big battle today with Harry Wynn-Pope going up against Billy Gertz. For Red Hill to be any sort of chance to take this game, he needs to nullify his stand in the game, especially around the ground, Vossi.
Yeah, important contest in the ruck, no doubt. Just looking out here, Jake Mitchell out on the wing. He's obviously one of their prime ball movers. I reckon Dromana need to put some time into him, but he hasn't touched it so far. But we've only been a few minutes into the game as the ball uptake place. And Dromana looking to go forward now. They go inside attacking 50. And a good mark taken about 30 metres out from goal. And Dromana will have a shot at goal. And the player to have the shot at goal will be Billy Quigley, who kicked 3 in the opening quarter against Sorrento when we had that game about 5 or so weeks ago. So this will be a good start to get Billy Quigley going this afternoon. And to answer Red Hill's goal by Patrick McDonald just a minute or so ago. So Billy Quigley comes in. 30 metres out, directly in front, has the shot. That's a poor kick. It really is a poor kick. He just sort of laid back on it a little bit, and the ball went off the side of the boot and went through to the far side, through for a behind. So Dromana up to 2 behinds, and Red Hill at 1 straight 6 on the Premier Traditional Homes scoreboard.
Ben Davies for Red Hill is going to do the kick-in duties here. He's going to take a couple of steps out and go long. Looking out for Jonas Siverson. He takes a pretty comfortable mark. He looks inboard, but he turns the ball over. Billy Quigley just steals it. Once again, a pretty horrendous kick from Billy Quigley. Goes across goal.
Did he encroach? Did Billy Quigley encroach on the player with the ball who had the mark in Jonas Siverson? You know the encroaching rule, if you get too close, you get paid 50?
I think it was just a pretty terrible kick there, Vossi.
So just a shank, you reckon? Okay.
Wynn-Pope and Gertz doing battle. Billy Gertz with a show of strength. He stands up and he's going to win a free kick here. He'll go back to shoot for Dromana's first goal. Red Hill currently 1 straight 6. Dromana 2 behinds. 5.5 gone. Premier Traditional Home scoreboard. Zordi just showing some strength in the contest. Vossi.
This is basically where Billy Quigley had his shot just before. So take 2 on the... it's like Billy Quigley's got a mulligan, although it's not him having the shot, and that's the same result. That is exactly the same result. That is 2 poor efforts from Dromana in the last minute to try and put a goal on the board. They're up to 3 behinds. And Red Hill at 1 straight 6. And boy, oh boy, if they keep doing that, old Volatile might be getting volatile throughout the afternoon. There's a poor kick. There's been some shockers early, AJ.
I'll tell you what, the skill set hasn't been great so far. Vossi, Broden Byrne has taken the mark, an intercepting mark. And we just see on screen that Billy Gertz was undoubtedly upset with his shot on goal, but Bird's going back to shoot for Dromana's first of the afternoon. He comes in, but he sprayed it as well to the other side.
Wow-wee!
I think the ground conditions will be playing a big factor here, Vossi.
Oh, give me a spell. Give me a spell. It's not that much of a bog out there. Okay, the ball might be a bit crazy, but 15 metres out directly in front, 30 metres out and 30 metres out directly in front, they're missing. Give me a spell, AJ.
How about we take the test, Vossi? Let's get your frame out there. We'll see if you can get through the conditions at quarter time.
Oh, yeah, well, a bit hard for me at the moment, as you know.
Ben Davies, another kick in. He's had 4 of them already for Red Hill. They've got the ball up to centre half back. Big tackle applied there from Josh Gertz. Dromana get the turnover. Sam Gertz with a clearing handball. out towards the player there in Tooth. We'll get a throw in on the far side. Billy Gertz and Harry Wimpope to do battle once again. There'll be plenty of this all day today. Umpire throws the ball in. And we'll get another stoppage just outside the Dromana forward 50.
If I'm honest, the worst of the conditions is up Red Hill's end at the moment.
Red Hill just get a scrubbing kick off the ground. Player there that stands up for Red Hill. Very scrappy early. Very slippery conditions. Not according to Michael Voss, though. He's not having any part of it.
Would you back yourself in the three positions Dromana had, AJ?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hanneman, he goes in with a kick. Looking for a teammate there, but it goes over his head and we'll get another stoppage.
So Red Hill 1 straight 6, Dromana 4 behind. So we've played 8.5 minutes in the opening quarter. Premier Traditional Home Scoreboard. We're live here thanks to Battery World of Mornington. Hope you can stay with us on this Queen's Birthday Sunday. Hard to believe it's Queen's Birthday. Public holiday, no, not too many left now. They're all loaded up in the start of the year. There's a quick kick towards centre half back for Red Hill. Loading the ball up now and a quick kick towards half forward. Mark has been taken. They can play on through the agency there of McNamara. Now they can go inside and a kick to Patterson. Doesn't take the mark. One-on-one contest. He should have had that stick in the gloves there. Or stick in the hands, I should say, the big fella, but not to be. And the ball will be balled up 15 metres out from the Red Hill goal. Going to the scoreboard into the ground in the opening quarter. Can Red Hill get one against the grain once again? Dromana looking to try and clear. They will on this occasion. Hand pass over the top now. Quick kick down towards centre wing. But a good effort taken in front there for Red Hill. Just trying to get them on the counter, it seems, at the moment as the kick comes in towards half forward. Taking a mark and playing on Dromana will go down towards their interchange bench. The player missing the ball there was Billy Quigley. The ball goes over for a boundary throw-in. So it's still Red Hill up by 2 points. 10 minutes played in the opening quarter.
We'll get a throw in just in between both coaching boxes here at Pierce Street Reserve. Umpire throws the ball back in high and long. Gertz and Wimpope doing battle. Scrappy ball once again. Dromana just trying to go forward through Gormley. He's not able to do that. We'll get another stoppage on this near wing where we're broadcasting here from Dromana. Billy Gertz with a shallow strength. He goes with a long tap out. Red Hill able to get a quick clearance. Ball just going through. The player there in Slattery was for Red Hill. Jake Mitchell goes long. He looks for a teammate out in front of Famillo. He's a VFL listed player. He's looks like a good type. Michael Voss, he goes with a long kick. Just bounces across goal. And Red Hill will get another behind. They'll move on to 139. Dromana 4 behinds. Jake Mitchell, he goes quickly. And he's found a teammate there in Marcazzani. Just in front of Billy Quigley. And Red Hill will line up once again for their second opportunity at goal.
You know, Red Hill are 1-1, so the scoreboard's right, and that was their first behind that they've scored. They will have an opportunity to score the second goal. Shot at goal is a good kick. It just sneaks in. Luke Marcazzani has put through the second goal on the board for Red Hill, and even though Dromana seem to have had much the better of the play in terms of the better shots at goal, they haven't managed to score, and Red Hill have got 2 out of their 3. So 2-1-13 plays 4 behinds, 12 minutes played in the opening quarter.
Doesn't help when the main scoreboard's not operating, Michael Voss.
Yes, that is correct. But in the end, it's blue sky here at the moment. If you're looking to come down, certainly come down, bring a jumper and all that, but the only game happening on the peninsula today.
Childs has gone into the ruck for Dromana. Billy Gertz just over the ball at the moment. We'll get another stoppage.
Jake Mitchell just making sure that Gertz didn't go anywhere on that occasion.
Billy Gertz has gone to centre half forward. He's opposed to Jonas Iverson. Gormley, he gets a quick kick with that awkward kicking style. And he's gone long. And he's found, I think it's Jordan Andrews there with a great mark. In a one-on-one contest. And he'll look to go back and put Dromana's first on the board. They're currently 4 behinds playing Red Hill 2-1-13. Nearly 13 minutes gone on the Premier traditional home scoreboard. Andrews, in he comes. Been in good goal kicking form recently, and he gets that one straight through the middle. Michael Voss, that's much better. Dromana get their first on the board. They move to 1-4-10. Red Hill 2-1-13. 13 gone.
It's amazing what happens when you take a little bit of care. That shot from Jordan Andrews was right in front, and a very gettable goal, and he proved it so. So first goal on the board there for Dromana in this game this afternoon. A game that Dromana, well, without having a full round of matches, we're not going to put the full onus on them, but I'm telling you, Dromana really need to win this game today, because otherwise they can be sucked back into a little bit of trouble if they're not careful in regards to where the ladder sits at the moment. It's getting very tight up towards the top of the ladder, with Bomb Beach beating Dromana last week, which Dromana now 2 losses in a row, and if they lose today it's 3, so they need to win. There's a quick kick towards half forward. The mark has been taken though for Red Hill. Not the greatest. It kicks out towards, that was Bresson, it was, who lost control of the ball. There's a free kick for holding the ball, and Red Hill will be the recipients. Sorry, AJ.
I didn't know whether that was a bit of a laugh or a cough there, Bossy. Big pack form, Slattery tries to break through. He's tackled, he was dispossessed. Players dive on the ball here, right in front of us at Piers Street, Dromana. Childs and both Winpope in the ruck. As we mentioned, Billy Gertz resting forward, centre half forward, opposed to Jonas Iverson. Ball bouncing around. Dan Gormley's able to pick it up. He can go on his left. He goes in, looking for that man who just kicked the goal in. Andrews, he almost takes the one-handed mark. A free kick has been found from the non-officiating umpire. We're going to go Red Hill's way. They're going to be able to clear. They go up to half-back, looking for that man in Luke Marcazzani, who kicked the goal before for Red Hill, but it goes over his head. We'll get a throw in on the far side, right near the Bendigo Bank sign there. Vossi, a great supporter of local football.
Have been for a long time, that is for sure, as the ball comes back into play. The umpire says I'm going to ball it up. Just, I reckon, the best spot, that house right across the road. They'll probably be listening to the broadcast. Be a magnificent spot over there to watch football. Charge, would you like to get up there if you're so inclined? Quick kick there from Red Hill towards the centre of the ground. Now they can go forward with a chain of hand passes. Now they can go towards half forward, out towards probably the dirt patch around sort of 50-60 metres out from the Red Hill goal. It beat the player there in Daniel McNamara over the line for a boundary throw-in. So Red Hill into attack. They are 2-1-13 and Dromana are 1-4-10. We've played 16 minutes in the opening quarter. Premier traditional home scoreboard.
Ball thrown in. And another scrappy stoppage there. Umpire Duell does the ball up. Childs, Winpope doing battle. Quick handball. And the umpire's found a free kick here that's going to go Dromana's way. That's through Jack Slattery. He goes up to the win looking for Billy Gertz. That's a great mark. It's not called. It's called play on.
Wow.
And we'll get another stoppage right in front of us. I think it was called touch off the boot there, boys.
Well, I don't think Billy heard it, that's for sure.
Winpope getting a decisive tap out. Slattery for Dromana goes through. Billy quickly, he goes up looking for Jordan Andrews. He's not able to take the mark. Quick handball for Red Hill. but Dromana win the ball. Quigley's ball is smothered. Dromana are going to win this through Harris. He's stripped of it, and he's dispossessed, and it's holding the ball.
Very stop-start the game, isn't it?
It is. Red Hill go across goal. They've found Jake Mitchell. He wants to roll on his trusty left. He goes back inboard. He's missed the target there. Marcus Delago trying to butter up. That was fantastic work from the one Dromana player there, Michael Voss. He's just able to create a stoppage at the top of his half forward line.
Red Hill haven't been as clean out of defence as what they would like at the moment. They're giving Dromana a bit of a look at the moment.
Once again, we'll get another stoppage inside Dromana's forward 50. 2-1-13 playing Dromana, 1-4-10. 18 minutes gone. Sam Gertz, he gets it away from the clearance, but he's missed to the near side. Dromana go to 1-5-11. Red Hill 2-1-13. 18.5 gone on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard here at Pier Street for the Queen's Birthday Sunday clash.
We're 90 seconds away from time on in the opening quarter and only 3 goals scored, so probably maybe a 24 or so minute quarter coming up, so about 5.5 minutes or so to go in this first quarter. I would hazard as a guess as the short pass comes, and that's not 15. They've got to play on here, Red Hill. They knew it too. The ball comes rebounding back inside Dromana's attacking 50. Still an opportunity there for the player in Harris. And in fact, he's given away the free kick, and it's going to go here to Red Hill. And the free kick going to go to, I think that was Severson, who went in short. Mark taken by Lonsdale, who's got it out on the far side of the ground. Now they go towards half forward. Going back and take the mark, the big fella there in, that's Harry Wynn-Pope, who can play on with a hand pass now, kick down towards half forward. They've got the open forward line if they can get the ball cleanly in there. Not the greatest of kicks, it needed to be more penetrating that particular ball. The umpire says, I'm going to ball it up 25 metres out from the Red Hill goal, who lead currently by 2 points in the match of the day this afternoon. 13-11, and we're just about to hit time on in the opening quarter.
Once again, Vossi will get another stoppage inside Red Hill's forward 50.
Further to Suss's point, he's exactly right the way it's going at the moment.
Red Hill going to the entrance end. Dromana going to the safety beach end. Quick kick from Josh Mould. Very scrappy, in tight contest. But Sam Gertz breaks away with it for Dromana. He goes up to the wing. Players looking for a free kick there for Dromana, but none coming. We'll get another throw in. As you mentioned, Vossi, with that house, I think they are big supporters of Dromana. I tell you what, it'd be a pretty good entertaining area for a corporate event for the club.
Yeah, absolutely. Did a nice day weather-wise, and you'd certainly pack out that balcony, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Allsop getting a handball over his head. Lonsdale, quick kick on the left. He goes up. Player there in Jai Taylor's not able to take the mark for Dromana. Bit of relieving mark for Muschiali there. And you can see just on defensive 50. He'll look to go long to the wing. Looking for Childs. But it's taken there for Red Hill by Davies. He looks into the middle of the ground, but he's going to turn the ball over. But no, he's dropped the mark. Slattery. Jake Mitchell goes inside forward 50. He's got a teammate there who's going to go over the top. And he's found Familo there for Red Hill. He needs to just go back and kick for goal. Pretty sure he's on Richmond's VFL list here, Vossi, as he comes inside forward 50. He's going to go around that man on the mark. He goes in, but he hasn't kicked the goal. Another behind for Red Hill. They move to 2-2-14. Dromana 1-5-11. Nearly 22 minutes gone on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard.
So, Dromana looking to bring the ball back from full back. Pier Street into the ground. Long kick out towards right in front of where we're broadcasting this afternoon. Hand pass over the top. Gertz has got it, a hand pass, sweeping one over the top. That was almost too high on Marcus Telvago then. Dromana wanted holding the ball, but I reckon it might have been high to start with. But the umpire said neither. Let play go on and the ball is over the line. For a boundary throw-in, right in front of the Dromana interchange bench on true centre wing here at Pier Street. As the ball comes back into play, Pope wins that one. Towers over his opponent there, so he should win that one. He beat Childs in the ruck. Free kick to Red Hill. They look to play on. And Famalo's got it. He looks to play on with a kick towards half forward. Just those two kicks just said. He's got that natural sort of arc. He sort of swings it from right to left very easily and very naturally, it seems, AJ.
Absolutely. Tom Slattery there taking the mark for Red Hill. We saw when the ball was going in transition, the player for Dromana and Jai Taylor coming off in the hands of the trainers, which isn't a good sign. They've already got a number of players out injured at the moment, Dromana. As Tom Slattery comes in. He's looking for Red Hill's third of the day. He goes in. Hasn't got the distance. It's just faded late. Or Dromana just need to rush that, and they have. The player there in Holloway, he should have just, the first one there, he should have just rushed it through, but he put Billy Quigley under a bit of pressure. Dromana have brought the ball back in quickly. They've found Billy Gertz, Mark Azani and Daniel, but Red Hill lay a strong tackle there just in the middle of the ground to get another stoppage. Nearly 24 minutes gone on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard. Win Pope gets a decisive tap out there. Josh Mould holds the ball in. We'll get another stoppage. Big tackle there from Josh Gertz, who looks like he's playing more on ball today, Vossi. Childs doing the ruck work. Billy Quigley, he's tackled, dispossessed. Josh Mould once again. He's just jumped on the ball, and he's rightly been given the decision against him for holding the ball. He just looked at the umpire. Josh Gertz, he goes out wide. Pretty scrappy kick. Very scrappy conditions here, but he follows up his work. He's taken down by that player there in Josh Mould, who wanted the free kick for holding the ball, but none forthcoming. And once again, Gertz and Win Pope do battle. Allsop, he just looks to pick the ball up cleanly. Jake Mitchell, he's going to win a free kick there for holding the man.
He's dumped into the ground there.
That was against Bird.
So Jake Mitchell goes out towards the far side. That's almost out in the full, I think. Or is it? No, in fact, it's going to be a throw-in to take place. Normally a much better kick than that, Jake Mitchell, but just didn't hit a target on that occasion as the ball to be thrown back into play. Taken out of the ruck contest by Gertz, a hand pass, and Dromana looking to now go backwards to try and go forwards. That's a poor kick. The mark has been taken by Josh Mould, who's got it. Can they sneak a goalie before quarter time? They've had a good quarter, AJ, considering Dromana have done most of the attacking.
Yeah, absolutely. And Josh Mould, he's been pretty prominent early. Red Hill, they look to go inside their attacking half. Moscielli, he's dispossessed, and that's holding the ball. Umpire correctly calls that. Umpire just calls for a bit of hurry up. Red Hill go inside, forward 50. They've got a couple of targets there. Patterson's been prominent early, as we've seen. Billy Quigley tries to run onto it, but we're going to get a throw in inside the Red Hill forward 50. They're 2-2-14. Dromana 1-5-11. 26 minutes gone on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard.
Surprising this quarter's gone as long as it has. It's 26 and a half minutes, in fact, in the opening quarter. Can Red Hill have enough time to score a goal? I don't think Dromana have. I don't think surely only seconds to go unless the timekeepers have gone to sleep. There's a high kick towards the centre of the ground. They come from all points of the compass. No one took the mark now, an opportunity. Gertz, a hand pass over the top. Now they can go forward here, Dromana. Through the agency there of Sam Gertz it was, who now goes high and long towards full forward. In fact, it's just off target. And did I hear a siren then? No, I didn't. I thought I heard the
car horn, Vossi.
It was just a car horn. Okay, 27 minutes played in the opening quarter. They're 1-6-12, plays 2-2-14. So Dromana having a lot of opportunities here, AJ, but not being able to put them on the board.
You're right, Michael Voss. Jake Mitchell is going to be doing the kick-in duties here. He's been told to go long. He goes in. Bit of a shallow kick, though. Two Dromana players spoil themselves, but there is the siren. Red Hill 2-2-14, Dromana 1-6-12. That quarter went 27.5 minutes here at Pierce Street. Once again, Red Hill 2-2-14, Dromana 1-6-12. We'll go to a station sponsor break and we'll be back to you after this.
Everyone knows Australia has 4 big banks, but the 5th biggest retail bank is snapping at their heels. It's a bank that's been around for over 160 years, can be found in over 500 locations nationwide, looks after over 1.8 million customers, and is regularly voted one of the most trusted brands out of all the thousands of brands in Australia. Who is this fantastic number 5? Yep, it's Bendigo Bank. The better big bank.
More and more people with a taste for quality are shopping at Eliza Meats. Kevin and his lean team pride themselves on the finest cuts, from juicy steaks and roasts to high-grade mince and sausages. And Eliza Meats are the gourmet specialists. Inquire about Eliza Meats Spit Hire. Phone 9787 4473 for a mouth-watering meal fit for a king. It's all at Eliza Meats. See our sponsor Kevin at Eliza Meats, 112B Mount Eliza Way, a station sponsor.
Need your property painted, but you don't want to just trust any painter with your asset? Give Wow Factor Painting Solutions a call. We're based on the Mornington Peninsula and specialise in high-quality painting solutions. We are proud members of the Master Painters Victoria and the Dulux Accredited Program. For a free quotation, visit wowfactorps.com.au or call 0475 448 285. Wow Factor Painting Solutions, a station sponsor.
Battery World now open in Mornington.
We know batteries. We know our 75 D23Ls from our DIN 65 LHs. And we know which is best for you. We have the range and a spark no one else can match, because we live and breathe batteries. Those beautiful boxes and cylinders that power our lives and our passions. That's why we're the batteryologists. We're Battery World.
Battery World Shop 1, 43 Mornington Tyre Road, Mornington.
At SJS Accounting Strategies in Mornington, our mission is a simple one: to make running your business easier. To get money-related challenges out of the way so you can focus on growing your business. It doesn't matter which business sector you're from, our commitment to helping you grow will be exactly the same. Why? Because our team loves helping businesses achieve their goals. Contact SJS Accounting on 5975 0488 or visit www.sjsaccountingstrategies.com.au. A station sponsor.
Dreaming of a cold beer poured straight from the tap? Tar Barrel Brewery and Distillery, located on Watt Road in Mornington, is open Wednesday to Sunday, offering craft beers and spirits produced on site, with local wines and cocktails also available. Come down and enjoy one of their famous wood-fired pizzas in the beer garden. A local taste experience. Tar Barrel Brewery and Distillery, the spirit of local. tarbarrel.com.au, a station sponsor.
Welcome back to the Pierce Street Oval here at Dromana, where it's currently quarter time. Red Hill lead 2-2-14, playing Dromana 1-6-12. Very scrappy affair early, Michael Voss.
Very much so. At quarter, especially the first 10 minutes, I think Dromana kicked 4 behind at that time, and they really did miss an opportunity to hit the scoreboard early in the game, but 1-6 at quarter time as we're just having a look at.
Yeah, we're looking at the replay there of Red Hill's first goal, which was a great mark there from Patrick McDonald, who has one on the board early.
And the 2 goals Red Hill got, AJ, in that quarter both seemed to be against the grain, like Dromana were doing most of the attacking, but that was a good mark by Patrick McDonald down there to get that one through as well. So, no, Red Hill will be happy the fact that they're in front, even though they've been, for the most part, been outplayed generally in that quarter. Billy Gertz, who continues on what a fantastic year he's having. He's taking marks, he's getting hit-outs, he's running off. Billy Quigley also had a reasonable start to the game as well, but Billy Gertz reminds BOG at the moment.
Are we probably missing the fact that he's talked about a lot, Billy Gertz, but if we actually look at it, he is the best player in the competition.
His presence, just even that mark we thought was touched, but that mark there, that was just the most solidest of marks in a competition. So
we do get sort of sold on players that come from the AFL system down to local footy, and we talk about them as being the best players, but let's have a look at Billy. He's probably, 21, 22?
Homegrown kid.
Yeah, homegrown kid for Dromana. Week in, week out, he continually not just impresses, dominates the game.
And his mobility around the ground is first rate. If you're VFL or VF, another sort of state-based competition, you'd be looking at him. You'd have to be looking at him.
Oh yeah, you have to be. Like, I know he's gone up there and tried at Collingwood, and they think he's just not as big for a ruckman. But I tell you what, Nick Meese in that competition was an undersized ruckman who dominated, and I think he could have the same presence. But I tell you what, if Dromana were able to pick up another ruckman, could you imagine him doing some work in the first 10 minutes of the quarter and then just going and being placed at full forward? He could turn into one of the best forwards there, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the point of putting a ruckman down in the forward line rather than sitting them on the bench when they have a rest. As Dromana get the clearance to start the second quarter, they go inside attacking 50. That is precision play. That is a mark. It's to Jordan Andrews, who's got Dromana's only goal, and he's lining up from about 45 metres out from goal. And this to give Dromana a 2-point, they'll take the trail by 2 points, just to give him a 4-point lead. So he's actually going to walk in here, a kick from about 40. In fact, he's off target, and in the forward pocket goes the ball, and it's over the line for a boundary throw-in. So they stay at 1-6-12, and Red Hill stay at 2-2-14. In fact, it's out of bounds in the forward. Red Hill will clear. 3/4
of the kicks towards the entrance end, Vossi, have faded to the left as Josh Gertz takes an intercept mark there for Dromana. He's just on the 50-metre mark. He's looking in short, and he's found Billy Quigley. As we mentioned, he's just inside the forward 50 here. We can see the sign right behind him. He's going to kick for goal. He runs out on a bit of an arc. He puts the ball up, goes across goal. Big pack forms. Sam Gertz, he gets the ball off the ground. That's a big tackle there from Red Hill. And we'll get a throw in. Deep inside Dromana's forward 50 here, going towards the clubroom end. Nearly 2 minutes gone in the second quarter. Premier Traditional Homes scoreboard doesn't look great towards the hill in the background there, Michael Voss.
We can't see the hill.
No, it's certainly clouding over once again, AJ, that's for sure.
Very scrappy once again to start here in the second quarter. Not great conditions, and here comes the rain. Look at all the punters look for a bit of cover. We're pretty happy under here, Michael Voss, currently.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't rain in on us, we're laughing here, aren't we?
Ball thrown up deep inside the forward 50. Quick clearing kick from Red Hill. Billy Gertz for Dromana. He tries to win the ball back. War for Dromana. They quickly get the ball out. Ball smothered. Bird. He's got it. Poor handball that goes to ground. He butters up his work. Just bouncing around still once again. Umpire calls for a ball up right in front of us here. Right next to the Dromana coach's box. Umpire Duell. He throws the ball up. That's a bit of a falcon there to win Pope. We'll get a throw in.
Yeah, well, it just goes to show us that I'm never going to make a career as a weatherman.
You should know we're at the bottom of the hill, Michael Voss. It will rain. Ball thrown in. Win Pope getting the ball back over his head. Clearing for for Red Hill, sorry. Going inside forward 50. Dean Wall getting a clearing kick. He's been fantastic down back this year for Dromana. Ball out towards the wing. Clearing handball out in front of Josh Gertz. He's not able to pick the ball up cleanly. 2 Red Hill players go on him. Ball just bouncing around once again. Billy Quigley trying to get it for Dromana. Harry Larwell on the ground for Red Hill. Allsop. He burrows in. And we'll get a ball up. On the far wing here, Pier Street reserve. Red Hill 2-2-14, Dromana 1-6-12. Just looking to get some advantage either side. Clearing kick for Dromana, looking to go forward. Marcus Delago picks the ball up. Goes out with a clearing handball with Billy Gertz just standing in the way. He gets a handball into Gormley. He goes out wide. Dromana going to go deep inside forward 50. Standing there is Harry Larwell. He gets a fist in right in front of Jordan Andrews. We'll get another throw in. 4.5 minutes gone. Second quarter. Red Hill 2-2-14. Dromana 1-6-12 on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard. Michael Voss.
No change to the quarter time score. Still Red Hill up by 2 points. It's the ball to be thrown back into play. Dromana into attack. Shower of rain here at the moment. I reckon if you gave the opportunity to one of these two sides to say, look, we'll give you a total of 10 goals, I think they'll take it and run with it, because I don't reckon we're going to get that far in the game today. I could be wrong, but I don't reckon we will. As the ball is hand passed, it's going to be picked up, or knocked off the ground, in fact, there for Dromana towards about 30 metres out from goal now. Quick kick out as the rain gets a little bit heavier here at Pier Street Oval in Dromana. Still an opportunity inside the attacking 40 there for the Dromana side. The umpire has said nothing at the moment, just letting play go on, and that seemed to take forever before a decision was made, and probably should have been a ball up, but as it is, it's finally come out. It is that scrappy at the moment. It is getting harder and harder to pick up that ball. It is getting like a piece of soap out there, AJ.
Absolutely. It was great contest there from both the players. Billy Gertz, he's just going to go long. He drives the inside forward, 50 going towards the line. Shay Mitchell there for Red Hill, spoiling it over, and we'll get a throw in as all supporters head to their cars, or a bit of cover here. Ball's going to be thrown in just on forward 50. Both ruckmen do battle. Wimpope clearly wins that. Mould. Ball up towards the wing there for Red Hill. Just need to get the ball on the boot, get it forward. Josh Mould, he butters up. Jake Mitchell on his right foot. Goes inside forward 50. Ball just going over the head there of the Dromana player. Slattery dispossessed for Red Hill. Very slippery conditions. Dean Ward just drives it long. Looking for anyone there for Dromana. Pushed off the ball though. Marcus Delago is tackled into the ground. And we'll get another stoppage right on the wing here at Pier Street Reserve. Umpire gets the ball up quickly. Plenty of space for the players to run onto, but the umpires called a free kick here, going Dromana's way. They're going to go inside forward 50 once again. Big pack forms. Quick handball over the top, looking for a bit of space for Quigley. Right in the mud there was Jake Mitchell. Josh Gertz gets a quick kick towards goal, but he's not able to affect any score. Red Hill are going to be able to clear. They come towards the near side. Ball just hits that player there in Patterson, right in the shin, Vossi. It's just a little skidder.
So, ball will be thrown up by the umpire. taken by Gertz. Gets a hand pass only as far as Famalo was playing volleyball now. An opportunity for Dromana to hand pass it back, but Harry Winpope just knocking the ball back. It was taken by Gormley, who seems to have been around forever, Dan Gormley. He's had a very good career. Formerly a Mount Eliza, of course. Long kick towards half forward. Ball drops short. Left half forward is the ball for Red Hill. The umpire says, I'm going to ball it up. And even the most simplest of marks there, AJ, the ball was dropped in front. It was going to be an easy chest mark, or so it seemed, but just dropped to the ground.
Yeah, as mentioned earlier, Vossi, the conditions aren't favourable for clean play today. That's probably why we've seen some missed opportunities for Dromana so far in front of goal. Score hasn't changed here for a while. 8.5 gone on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard. Red Hill 2-2-14. Dromana 1-6-12. Jonas Siverson, he gets the handball to Jake Mitchell. He looks to go forward. He was looking for the player there in Mitchell. A big tackle there from Holloway for Dromana. And he is awarded a free kick for holding the ball against his opponent. He's in a bit of trouble now, though. They need to just get the ball on the boot. War, go across goal. We can't be doing that in these conditions. Michael Voss, Dromana have turned the ball over. But the umpire's going to call it back to tell the Red Hill player there to come back over his mark, and he'll have to have a set shot for goal.
And the Red Hill player is,
looks like it's Matt Mitchell.
These two sides have played nearly 6 quarters against each other, AJ, this year. They're obviously very, very well evenly matched. They had a draw earlier in the year. And Red Hill now go out by 8 points in the match of the day with that goal to Matt Mitchell. So a goal, and they're at 3-2-20 to 1 goal, 6-12. Premier Traditional Home scoreboard. And, yeah, I think they just generally match up very well. And I think Red Hill are quite content playing Dromana's game at the moment, because these two sides actually played in a grand final in Division 2 not that many years ago, and they've become a little bit of rivals, I suppose.
Yeah, and you're right, but to be honest, if anyone's accustomed to these conditions, it's Red Hill, isn't it?
That is true too.
Ball up in the middle of the ground. Gertz and Winpope. Billy Gertz just gets an easy hit out there to advantage for Dromana. The player in Harris trying to go forward. And a free kick is being given from the non-officiating umpire there towards Red Hill. They go along. They've found that player in Famalo. He's in the centre square here, heading towards the safety beach end for Red Hill. Deep inside Red Hill's forward 50. And the ball is trickled out. We'll get a throw in. 11 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Red Hill 3-2-20. Dromana 1-6-12. Premier Traditional Home scoreboard. Ball thrown in. Gertz. Red Hill getting a quick clearance. Ball is intercepted from Josh Gertz. He gets a quick handball up. The player there in Famalo gets a little underground handball. He went out to Allsop, then tried to get Winpope. Dromana player just all over it. He's thrown out, doesn't have the ball, and he'll win a free kick. Looks like Jordan Andrews has made his way up the ground. And he's won a 50-metre penalty here, which will just about put him in reach in normal conditions, but he goes quickly. He's kicked the ball into the man on the mark. It's a calamity of errors here, Michael Voss. But he's butted up his work with a big tackle on Josh Mould. He just needs to go back and have a set shot.
Won't make the distance with the way the ball is, I wouldn't have thought. So the ball has been dropping short at the right-hand end, which is the Pier Street end. He'll probably go back and prove me wrong here, but I would seriously doubt it. He kicks towards the top of the goal square. Almost a set play there. Was that a mark not to be? Ball is going to be rushed through for a behind. So Red Hill stay at 3-2-20. Dromana up to 1-7-13. And we've played 13 minutes in the second quarter. We're live here at Pierce Street. I hope you can stay with us throughout the afternoon as Jake Mitchell goes in short. The mark has been taken by Jonas Severson.
Vossi, if you're Jake Mitchell today, you'd be filling your boots with disposals with the amount of kick-ins he's going to get.
And considering he's got the freedom too, he's normally sides tend to match up heavily on Jake Mitchell, but Dromana not seem to be doing that at the moment, and he is getting a bit of the ball at the moment. Players dive in there, and it's an absolute, well, not much grass you can see there. It's all just mud, isn't it, down that right-hand end? It is getting wetter and wetter down there, AJ.
Absolutely. The player there in the ruck for Dromana was Tooth. The umpire is going to throw the ball up once again, right in the mud here at Dromana. Tooth and Winpope. Winpope gets the tap out. He gets his own clearance. Dean Moore standing in there for Dromana. He goes inside forward 50, and he has found the player. It looks like an unnamed player here on our sheet, Vossi. He's going to go inside forward 50, and he's found that man in Billy Gertz. He's just brought around on the correct angle here, heading towards the clubroom ends is Billy Gertz. He's going to have a set shot. He's going to try and get a couple of metres. He goes long and strong, and he's got it right in front of the clubrooms here at Dromana. He's pretty happy with it, Michael Voss.
I tell you what, I didn't think he had a hope in hell of getting that distance, but if anyone could, Billy could. He's had a fantastic game so far, and if that doesn't inspire Dromana, nothing will.
Absolutely. Red Hill 3-2-20. Dromana will move on to 2-7-19.
Great goal. He sort of ran out to the right a little bit, then he just aimed it, and it just came back from the right post and got in there with a couple of metres to spare. So well done to Billy Gertz. His first goal of the afternoon is now back to a 1-point ball game in the match of the day this afternoon. The umpire calling for a ball up once again.
We'll head to a replay in a minute.
Yep, so...
And here it comes.
There is a replay up on our screens at the moment, and that was a
He's
great
pretty
goal.
happy with himself there, Bill, so he should be right in front of the crowd as he's battling with Harry Winpope in the middle of the ground once again. He's been fantastic so far, Billy Gertz. He's clearly leading the Jones Lapino best on ground for mine, Vossi. Ball comes out to Lonsdale for Red Hill. He gets a quick kick going forward. Dean Moore in a big battle with his opponent. He's been fantastic also. Players just dive on the ball.
You won't get any arguments from me about Billy Gertz at the moment, that's for sure. He is clearly BOG at the moment.
Ball thrown up inside 50 for Red Hill. Dromana looked to get a clearance from their defensive 50. They were going up towards Gormley. The ball just hits him right on the top of the bonce. He's there with Jonas Siverson.
So the boundary umpire looking to throw the ball back into play right in front of the Red Hill interchange bench. So the ball drops a little bit short. Gertz just jumps to the front there and tried to take it out. He was tackled twice there. And a good tackle applied there by Ned Hanneman for Dromana, and the umpire says, I'm going to ball it up once again. Ball knocked down. Kick off the ground there for Red Hill by Slattery it was. Didn't go too far. Just to try and get the ball forward at every opportunity on a day like this. It's just survival of the fittest, it seems, this afternoon between these two sides. It's not going to be a high-scoring contest, that is for sure. Holding the ball, that might have been a bit harsh, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty harsh against Tovey, but he was just trying to get a bit of momentum going forward. The free kick awarded to Siverson. He wants to go inside his forward 50, looking for Patterson, who comes at the ball. Sam Gertz for Dromana. He gets a handball over the top to Billy Quigley, going through the middle of the ground here. Slattery, he's into trouble, but he gets out. Clearing handball from Sam Gertz. Bird, Hanneman. Another handball. They just need to get the ball on the boot. Dromana just stuffing around with it in the wet here, Michael Voss.
Get the ball forward on many opportunities. You've just got to get the ball forward. Don't stuff around with it, as AJ put it. Just get the ball onto the boot, hand, any way. Just get it going forward your way. And whoever adjusts to these conditions will win the game. It's as simple as that. The mark is taken by Ben Tovey, who's got it at half back for Dromana. He goes to the high kick. Numbers are with Red Hill. Ball knocked down. Now taken by Mitchell. A kick towards half forward, and the numbers back there with Dromana. It was 3 on none. Daniel McNamara just standing the mark. And Dromana looking to go out towards the centre wing. Dan Gormley went to go with 2 hands there rather than... went to go with 2 grabs there rather than just go with the one. It didn't stick to his hand, and the ball goes over the line and out of play right below where we're broadcasting this afternoon.
Got a good angle here of the throw-in. Right on the wing. Gertz and Winpope doing battle. That's a great hit out from Billy Gertz. Billy quickly tries to go through the stoppage. He's been good once again, Michael Voss. Sam Gertz as well. Get the ball on the boot. As we said, he goes inside forward 50. Standing in the way there is Jonas Siverson. He's leading by example for Red Hill. He's going to go out wide. He's found Allsop. He's found a teammate there. He'll go in short. Looking for that man in Mitchell. It's a bit more rain coming through as the Chief is showing us on the radar. Ball went over Sam Gertz's head. And we'll get another stoppage here at Dromana. Dromana 2-7-19, Red Hill 3-2-20, Premier Traditional Home scoreboard. Nearly 20 minutes gone in the second quarter. Clearing kick from the stoppage for Red Hill. They've gone in long and strong, and they've found that player in Angus Patterson, who's presented really well, Michael Voss.
He is a tall player, and he's also a very smart player. He played in front there on a day like this, and that's what you've got to do. The Dromana defence weren't that far behind him, but he just read that ball very nicely out of there, and this is an opportunity for Red Hill to go another goal clear, and they do. It was a low kick. It was a straight kick though. It went over the top of the goal umpire's head and through it goes. So Red Hill up to 4-2-26, Dromana 2-7-19, and we're into time on in the second quarter. Premier Traditional Home scoreboard.
Just having a look at the players list again, Vossi. I think Angus Hicks may be wearing 66 instead of 27, and he has been instrumental in the middle for Red Hill, running with the blue boots.
So back in the middle. Red Hill have scored 1, Dromana have scored 1 this quarter. Mind you, we had about a 27.5-minute opening quarter, and there was only 4 goals, I think, kicked 3 in the first quarter. So we haven't had a lot of goals so far, but still, the time on is still might have a few minutes to go in the quarter. Here's another opportunity for Red Hill into the open goal, and through it goes.
That's a massive goal, Michael Voss, 2 in a minute, especially in these conditions.
Absolutely, a big goal, and all of a sudden they're out by more than 2 goals. They're out to 5-2-32 to 2-7-19. A margin is 13 points. Doesn't seem a lot, but in these conditions, it's a bloody big lead.
Absolutely, Vossi. And that goal was for Icon Sports Melbourne.
Tom Slattery was the player.
If you're looking for some great social media and clothing for your sporting club and sporting equipment, have a look on Facebook at Icon Sports Melbourne. Ball back in the middle. Tooth and Winpope doing battle. Slattery for Dromana it was. He gets a clearance going forward. Looking for Billy Quigley. Jockers Mitchell gets a handball wide. Lonsdale just a quick clearing kick off the ground. It's bouncing around. Toby getting a handball. Billy Quigley doesn't have the ball, and he'll win a free kick for Dromana. He just needs to go back and kick the ball in. Need to stop over possessing with the ball, Dromana. Get it in long. Ball on the ground. Billy Gertz there in the mud. Gormley with his unusual kicking technique, but he goes to the top of the goal square. Almost the mark there. Right back in the mud. It's like we're back in the VFL days, boys. Just right in the middle of the cricket wickets that you always see at like a Box Hill, but This is in the forward 50 for Dromana.
Interesting spectator just walking past there. I think he might be heading to the car, actually. And Paul Kennedy, PK, at the football this afternoon.
Wimpope wins this one. Siverson, he's over it. Quick kick from Hicks. Sam Gert, just brushes away a couple, but he's giving away a free kick for holding the ball. As the tempers fray just a little bit here in the mud, boys. Red Hill just go out wide. Couple of educational words from the Dromana faithful here, boys.
So what if they can get another one here, Red Hill, just before half-time. The last goal kicker, Tom Slattery with the ball. He goes towards half-forward. And Muscali was tackled.
Just no talk from Dromana, is there, at the moment, Vossi? That's poor talk from them.
No peripheral vision there. And they can get another one here, and all of a sudden the margin will be 19 points if they can get one just before half-time and be a massive lead. Can they put the pressure on here? Shot at goal to take place from about 40 metres out, but I tell you what, surely too far out to score in these conditions. There's the shot. Going for distance, pushes it to the near side, and that is out of bounds on the full.
We spoke about it earlier in the year, and we thought that losing Ethan Johnson and Sam Fowler up forward would create headaches for Dromana scoring. And on a day like this is where you need these two at the feet of the big guys. And
they excel in this.
Yeah, absolutely. And whether that's going to be a bit of a difference in this game.
And yet Red Hill have got the two big forwards down there in Patterson and McDonald, haven't they?
But they've had guys at their feet as well, Vossi, and they're just sticking to their plans. They're getting the ball in quickly. They're not over-possessing. I think Dromana, at the moment, they're trying to go by hand too much.
Yeah. They've had, you're right in saying they've had people at their feet, but when you consider Patterson's taken a mark, McDonald's taken a mark, and I think Marcus Arney might have taken a mark in the first quarter. They've actually kicked, I think, 3 of their 5 goals from marks.
As Red Hill inside their forward 50 once again. As the siren sounds. Here for half-time at Dromana. Red Hill will go in with a lead, 5-2-32. Dromana 2-7-19. That's on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard. We'll head to a break and we'll be back just before the start of the third quarter here. This is Bachelor World of Mornington, Match of the Day.
Everyone knows Australia has 4 big banks, but the 5th biggest retail bank is snapping at their heels. It's a bank that's been around for over 160 years, can be found in over 500 locations nationwide, looks after over 1.8 million customers, and is regularly voted one of the most trusted brands out of all the thousands of brands in Australia. Who is this fantastic number 5? Yep, it's Bendigo Bank. The better big bank.
More and more people with a taste for quality are shopping at Eliza Meats. Kevin and his lean team pride themselves on the finest cuts, from juicy steaks and roasts to high-grade mince and sausages. And Eliza Meats are the gourmet specialists. Inquire about Eliza Meats Spit Hire. Phone 9787 4473 for a mouth-watering meal fit for a king. It's all at Eliza Meats. See our sponsor Kevin at Eliza Meats, 112B Mount Eliza Way, a station sponsor.
Need your property painted, but you don't want to just trust any painter with your asset? Give Wow Factor Painting Solutions a call. We're based on the Mornington Peninsula and specialise in high-quality painting solutions. We are proud members of the Master Painters Victoria and the Dulux Accredited Program. For a free quotation, visit wowfactorps.com.au or call 0475 448 285. Wow Factor Painting Solutions, a station sponsor.
Battery World now open in Mornington.
We know batteries. We know our 75 D23Ls from our DIN 65 LHs. And we know which is best for you. We have the range and a spark no one else can match because we live and breathe batteries. Those beautiful boxes and cylinders that power our lives and our passions. That's why we're the batteryologists. We're Battery World.
Battery World Shop 1, 43 Mornington Tyre Road, Mornington.
At SJS Accounting Strategies in Mornington, our mission is a simple one: to make running your business easier. To get money-related challenges out of the way so you can focus on growing your business. It doesn't matter which business sector you're from, our commitment to helping you grow will be exactly the same. Why? Because our team loves helping businesses achieve their goals. Contact SJS Accounting on 5975 0488 or visit www.sjsaccountingstrategies.com.au. A station sponsor.
Dreaming of a cold beer poured straight from the tap? Tar Barrel Brewery and Distillery, located on Watt Road in Mornington, is open Wednesday to Sunday, offering craft beers and spirits produced on site, with local wines and cocktails also available. Come down and enjoy one of their famous wood-fired pizzas in the beer garden. A local taste experience. Tar Barrel Brewery and Distillery, the spirit of local. tarbarrel.com.au, a station sponsor.
Here at Bridgestone Select, it's our job to keep you moving with the right advice,
a great range of products and service you can count on. So when it comes to tyres, when it comes to auto care,
come to Bridgestone Select for service that moves you.
Jones Lapino Real Estate, located on Wilson's Road, are Mornington Peninsula's boutique real estate professionals, offering premium service in sales, auctions, investment property management and holiday leasing across the Mornington Peninsula. Contact Jones Lapino for the very best in client experience on 5975 5593 or visit joneslapino.com.au, a station sponsor. Established in 1988, Progress Signs has been servicing the local community for 30 years. Located on the Mornington Peninsula, they are the #1 destination for all your signage needs, specialising in a variety of signage from vehicles to shop fronts, occasional and corporate events, short-term, long-term and everything in between. If it's signs you need, be it large or small, Progress Signs is the place to call. Available 24/7 at progress-signs.com.au or call the team on 5975 9188. Thinking signs? Think Progress Signs, a station sponsor.
Dissent erupted in the public gallery when it was realised that Council had voted down by a margin of 5 to 6 an amendment brought by Councillor Kerry McCafferty that would have reinstated the Shire's $200,000 allocation to buy offshore carbon credits. Councillor Steve Holland had challenged that scheme, saying ratepayers would much rather a peninsula offset program monitored and managed locally. Kerry McCafferty disagreed and claimed that the Shire's carbon responsibility spreads beyond the peninsula and is part of a global climate crisis.
For more on this story and for all of this week's news, just click the link.
Hello, Nicola here with the RPP Weekly Weather Update. Well, the rain has been persistent over the last week. Let's see if that trend will continue this week. Today, Sunday, the 12th of June, saw a very cloudy day with 90% showers across the peninsula, with a minimum of 8 and a top of 12. Monday sees the rain easing with a low of 7 and a top of 13. Tuesday sees much the same as Monday, with more possible rainfall. We can expect a low of 6 and a top of 13. Wednesday the 15th of June sees 70% chance of showers, with a low of 8 and a high of 14. Thursday sees the showers continuing with a top of 15 and a low of 9. Friday sees a 50% chance of rain across the peninsula with a low of 8 and a top of 15. And finally, Saturday sees the rain easing again with mostly a cloudy day, bringing us a low of 8 and a high of 14. Well, that's all for now. Try to stay dry if you can, and I will see you again next week.
welcome back to halftime here at Pier Street in Dromana, where Red Hill are leading 5-2-32, playing Dromana 2-7-19. Vossi, Red Hill just not over-possessing the ball at the moment.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the scoreboard. The scoreboard's saying Red Hill 5-3, so maybe there might be an extra point on the board there, but it might be a 14-point lead. Just the original question was, so over-possessing.
Yeah, Red Hill not over-possessing, Dromana are.
And that's, you can't afford to try and have high possession count on a day like this. You've got to get that ball, and you've got to kick the shizen out of it. Just get the ball going forward, kick it off the ground, tap it, do whatever you got to do. It all comes down to the 1%ers. Get that ball moving forward, and all of a sudden, the side that's playing the wet weather football at the moment, Red Hill that last 5 minutes, they kicked 2 goals, and they're in an attack to score their third in the last few minutes of that quarter. They are playing some very, very good football. Yes, it's dried up to what it was at half-time, but unless Dromana find a way to support Billy Gertz out there, who's been fantastic for them, kicked their only goal that quarter, unless they can find a way of supporting him, then I don't think Dromana can win this game. Red Hill are looking very good at the moment.
Yeah, you raised the point about Red Hill taking marks inside forward 50. I get what you're saying, but I think the way that Red Hill are transitioning the ball, and they're just trying to get it into one-on-ones, whereas Dromana are over-possessing the ball, and it creates the opportunity for Jonas Iverson to then create a 2-on-1 against the Dromana forwards.
Less is more on a day like this.
Absolutely.
Dromana are trying to use it as dry weather football, and it's just not working for them coming in the forward line.
Yeah.
And just to go back to my original point before the game, if they lose this, it'll be 3 in a row, and all of a sudden they're sucked into a bit of trouble, and maybe their spot's in jeopardy heading forward, AJ.
Yeah, well, we mentioned it before the game that a number of sides have had key players out with injury. And it seems that in this Division 1 competition, if you have 5 or 6 players out injured, you just cannot replace them. So you look at Frankston YCW at the moment, and Mount Eliza, who have been fit. Yes, Mount Eliza have lost a couple of games, but let's say Frankston YCW, for example, is that they have the depth in the seconds. They have players coming back from VFL lists, so they are the strongest list at the moment by far.
Yep. And you see that, and I mentioned it to one of the Dromana officials before the match. If you took a straw poll 4 years ago, the average age would have been, and we'll just say, the average age of the Mpnfl seniors would have been 25, 26. You bring that forward now to 2022, and I'll be guessing it would be minus 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
That's a lot younger set. There's not much backup. Injuries is rampant throughout the whole competition. We understand Dromana have 10 out. We see that Jai Taylor and Tom Crimmins are crutcher bound at half time, so they look like taking no further part in the match. So it's going to be a big ask for Dromana if they can get back. Red Hill are in the box seat here.
Yeah, and you're right. You look at it, and not just with injuries, but with list turnovers as well. And we come back to the point of why Rosebud are in the position they are at the moment, is that you take 10 players out of your senior side, you cannot replace them.
Yeah.
And that's probably why they are where they are. And I guess in this game here, can Dromana stand up in the last half with only 20 players, and with Red Hill going in fully fit with 22 players, and the way that they're transitioning the ball? And like we say it a bit tongue-in-cheek that Red Hill are probably always training and playing in these conditions up at the hill, but it really does play a factor in this game.
Dromana, if they were to lose this game today, their next 3 games are YCW, Pines, and in fact the next two games. So Dromana, YCW, then they've got Pines, and then the next game after that is they play Mpnfl. So the next 2 games are very much not. YCW is certainly not easy. Pines isn't an easy proposition either, especially the way their form has been. They've just knocked off Bomb Beach, Sorrento, and Mount Eliza this year, so they're in pretty good form as well. So their next couple, their week off comes next week, Dromana, and I think they need to reassess things, but they need to get through this second half and try and find a way of getting back on the scoreboard, because at the moment they trail by, 14 points, 13 or 14 points, and Red Hill are just playing the better football. They're playing the smarter football at the moment.
We can see Stevie Morris was just walking in front of us there, Vossi, who's the Richmond VFL coach, and he's obviously aligned to Red Hill at the moment.
Red Hill putting the infrastructure in place with senior players, aren't they? I mean, they've got some at Richmond.
Yep.
So they're really starting to bed down some positions there that entice the clubs. I see a lot of Mount Martha kids going up there. We saw Hunter Clark down here this morning from St Kilda, watching his brother Angus play in the under-19s. They had a good win, Red Hill, in the under-19s. So, and I believe Red Hill had a win in the reserves as well. So they're looking pretty good.
They certainly are at the moment. We'll get that score just confirmed in a moment, but it does look like 5-3-33 playing Dromana 2-7-19. Premier Traditional Homes scoreboard. Goal of the day will be brought to you by Icon Sports Melbourne. This game is brought to you by Battery World of Mornington, and also thanks to Bridgestone Mornington as well.
And Bendigo Bank replay.
Yep, it's been good having the replay machine back out, Sus.
We'll get it fine-tuned. We'll get the secret chip installed. And looking to push that a fair bit. And we're not there to highlight any decision. We just want to highlight the great plays. So spectacular marks, and of course the hard ball gets. I tell you what, I have noticed in the first half is in an umbrella, 25-metre umbrella around the play is Billy Gertz is there.
Absolutely, he's been phenomenal for Dromana so far. I think he's, even though Red Hill are probably in front, he's probably been clear #1 player on the ground for mine. But I guess when you look at it that way, that if Billy Gertz is the best player on the ground, that Red Hill have spread the load around their players as to why they are in front here at the moment.
Well, Dromana have to get the first goal this quarter. Simple as that. They go 3+ down in very tough conditions out here at Pearce Street Oval. They are long odds of getting back into this game. They need to hit the scoreboard first in this third quarter without a doubt.
So players are just going to their positions to start the second half here.
Say a big hello to all our viewers out there, especially our Mornington Peninsula News Group. Also on our Vimeo page, large numbers there, so great for our viewers to jump across from Facebook over to Vimeo. High definition viewing, and able to watch it any time you want. So please continue that. It's really great to see them out there.
As we're going to get the second half underway here at Dromana. Gertz and Wimpope do battle. Gertz getting a clear palm down. He gets it to Sam Gertz. He goes in long looking for Jordan Andrews, who can't take the mark. Liam Riley for Red Hill gets a clearing kick, but it's turned over. Harris, the player there, taking the mark for Dromana. He goes out wide to Sam Gertz, who steps a couple. He goes in at goal.
Wow.
Can he get the first goal for Dromana? Yes, he can. Only 30 seconds into the second half here, Vossi. Dromana on the board. They move to 3-7-25. Red Hill 5-3-33.
Well, they needed to hit the scoreboard first. They've certainly done that. They've done that within 30 seconds to start this third quarter, and maybe the message has got through. Maybe the coaches have said, just get that ball forward at all costs, because they didn't want to mess about then. They just got it forward, and it was a great goal there by Sam Gertz. It's an opportunity now for them to go forward once again through the agency of Josh Gertz. Goes towards half forward, but the mark has been taken there for Red Hill, and they can play on. They've got one hope here, Red Hill. that player overran the ball there was the player wearing 51 out there who's not on the list, AJ. There's a 51 out there not on the list, it seems. But he overran the ball and the ball came back Dromana's way. So ball at left half forward here for Dromana. Margin is 8 points in the match of the day, with Red Hill in control at this stage. There's a quick kick. There's a goal out of nothing. 2 goals to start the third quarter here for Dromana, and all of a sudden they've wiped out the half-time lead. Red Hill still lead, but it's only a couple of points.
Michael Voss, you did say that Dromana may not be able to win this game, but they are well and truly back. 2 in a minute.
It's fined up, and the ball's obviously, they'll change the ball at half time. The ball's a bit drier. They're actually playing, the first couple of minutes, playing a lot smarter football.
Well, they've just got the ball in there quickly, haven't they?
And that's what they needed to do.
Gertz and Winpope do battle once again. Hicks there for Red Hill. He probably should have got a free kick for holding the man, none forthcoming. He gets his kick smothered. Billy Quigley going in. And we'll get another stoppage. Ball thrown up quickly. Ruckman do battle. Mild. He gets a quick kick forward. But it's a great mark there from Slattery for Dromana. He's gone up and found Billy Gertz. Look at his hands around that ball. He's going to switch the play. Pretty risky kick in these conditions, and it's turned over. Goes into Hicks in the middle. He's going to go in with a low chiseler. Not able to find his target. Plenty of Red Hill players in their forward 50. They're going to try and lock the ball in. Taken away from Toby, from Dromana. Is it coming back in? No, it's not. Gertz, the Josh variety, he gets a handball up. Looking there for Tooth for Dromana. Getting a bit scrappy. The ball's just been on the deck, which is making it that ball wet to start this third quarter. Michael Voss, you spoke about the change of ball, but it's now like a bar of soap.
It would be now. Conditions not at all easy here this afternoon, but Dromana have found a way to score a couple of goals to start this third quarter and double their output from the first half as they look to go forward there through the agency of Holloway. The ball was smothered off the boot. Ball falls loose, an opportunity now for Red Hill to go forward, but it's gone out of play. Ball knocked away and over the line for a boundary throw-in. So left half forward here for the visitors here this afternoon as the ball is thrown back into play. Gertz beats Winpope in the ruck one more time. Now an opportunity for Dromana with a quick kick towards half forward. They've got the 2-on-1 there if they can utilise their numbers, but the defence, the cavalry arrives there and the defence might just went out towards the line. Just jumping on the back of the opponent. Quick snap is off target.
He had a lot more time there, Bird.
Broden Bird or maybe BB, maybe Big Bird from Sesame Street maybe. Is your son into Big Bird yet, AJ?
Nah, it's a bit old for him, mate.
Another player from Mornington that has travelled down with Tom Cribbins down to Dromana.
Ball's going to be brought back in here for Red Hill. With a long kick. But it's going to be turned over. Billy quickly taking a good mark there. He looks inboard. He's found the other Gertz in Sam, who's been dominating today. He's going to go long, but that's going to miss to the near side, and that is out of bounds on the full after smashing into that post there, Vossi.
Sam Gertz has already kicked one this quarter. He saw an opportunity for another one, but just slewed off the side of the boot a little bit. So the margin is 1 point here in the match of the day as the kick comes out. Guess who takes the mark? Billy Gertz. Best player on the ground, even though his side's behind at the moment.
They've got to learn, Red Hill, not to kick the ball anywhere near Billy Gertz.
A high kick towards full forward is off target and through from behind, so scores a level.
We spoke about it a number of times when we were being broadcasting, Vossi, that when you've got a marking ruckman, you just cannot kick the ball to him. We saw it up at Seaford with Mac Rain. He just stood in the hole and took every mark that come to him.
And just further the point about Billy Gertz there, I challenge any Red Hill supporter around the ground to tell us why Billy Gertz isn't the best player on the ground at the moment, even though their side was behind on the scoreboard, because he is the best player on the ground.
Harry Larwell drives the ball long. Big pack forms there. We'll get another stoppage.
But Red Hill's performance has been a lot more even, and Dromana have had that one dominant big fella out there.
Absolutely. Win Pope and Gertz do battle. Ball just bouncing around. Josh Gertz has been really good today for Dromana as well. It's a story of the Gertzes. Fossey.
Well, there's 3 of them out there playing, isn't there?
Usually 4. Dan unfortunately out injured. Billy Gertz is going to win a free kick here for over the shoulder. He's really starting to affirm why he is the best player on the ground. He'll go inside forward 50, and he was looking there for Josh with that, but it went over his head, and we'll get another throw in.
Just to take up on a point you said before half time about Collingwood not considering Billy big enough as a ruckman. Compare, say, Collingwood have also had Tom Roberts from the Mpnfl there playing as well. And yet, Tom has had a little bit more luck there at the moment, it seems, or what's the go there, AJ?
Well, Tom's a genuine ruckman, isn't he? He's a lot bigger than Billy, so I just think he's probably, as the ball goes in, Dromana have found Billy quickly coming out of the goal square, and he'll go back to put Dromana in front, but Jordan Andrews has been awarded a free kick instead. You're getting back to that, Vossi. I just think that Billy probably for the VFL, he's just in between that size, isn't he? But he's such a mobile ruckman, and he's great. His strength's fantastic. So
what he lacks in height, makes up for in other spots.
So I think if you're Frankston Dolphins, as Andrew come in and he kicks the goal, Dromana in front. They've kicked 3 goals in the first 8 minutes here in the third quarter. They move on to 5-9-39. Red Hill at 5-3-33. And as a Red Hill supporter, you just start to get a little bit worried, Michael Voss.
Well, all of a sudden, they can't get their hands on the ball. They can't get the ball forward, so Dromana are doing all the attacking, and with ordinary conditions that we've had, it's not really raining at the moment. It hasn't in the first 8 minutes, but they are finding it.
And Red Hill will be down a player, Vossi. We can see him walking around the boundary line, and it looks like that man who's been fantastic today in Hicks.
So Dromana look to go forward again.
They're just doing that handball is just a bit too frequent for Dromana. They just need to kick on and move on, I think.
Yeah, I reckon Hicks has done his hammy by the way he's walking.
1 hand pass, 1 kick, Big Chief.
Yeah, it's just wet weather footy, guys. It's just a couple of basics.
So Dromana at centre half forward, but Red Hill looking to clear, but only as far as the centre of the ground. The mark has been taken, and it's been taken there in the centre of the ground by a man who's not on my list here, it seems.
Tovey.
So it was Tovey, wasn't it? Looked like number 12 yet. It was 17, okay. So Tovey it was, went towards half forward, and Red Hill just forcing the ball towards the line and goes over for a boundary throw-in. So all of a sudden at half-time, when I said maybe they had the radio tuned into my comment, the way the weather is, I don't think Dromana can win this game the way they're playing. Well, all of a sudden they're in front.
The Moz.
I think they've got direct access, Vossi.
Well, they might just do that, Sus. So old Volatile didn't have to get for too volatile because they missed a few early ones, but now all of a sudden they're playing some good footy in this trying conditions this afternoon.
It just shows you why Dromana is such a good football side, is that they were behind by a couple of goals and it looked like they were down, but they're not. They weren't down and out, but what they've done is they've cleaned up their possession. They've got the ball in quick and they've been able to score goals.
Angus Patterson just took a very good mark on centre wing. He gets the ball in towards the centre of the ground. Now Famalo's got it. Now they can look to go towards half forward and now beyond. A kick towards the forward pocket. Was that over the shoulder? The umpire said no. Players diving in once again and the umpire letting play go on. And now calling for a ball up about 35 metres out from the Red Hill goal, going to the Pierce Street into the ground in the third quarter.
Umpiring's been good today, boys.
Haven't noticed them.
Quick kick towards full forward is going to be marked in defence.
Tell you what, Dean Waugh's probably putting his hand up for challenging Billy Gertz today for the Jones Lupino best on ground.
He's probably number 2 on the ground at the moment. Almost a turnover there when you give someone a rap.
And then Sam Gertz, who had that ball as well, is probably in that 2 or 3 frame.
So Dromana looking to go forward now, or they went to hand pass to no one there. Toby it was.
Kick it.
Now they've just got to try and get the boot to the ball. They're just hand passing it too much. That was 4 hand passes and they went absolutely nowhere.
That's the first half, Dromana, that really let them down.
Just think back. Don't have to think back long, boys. 10 minutes, the first 10 minutes of the quarter. What did you do? You kicked 3 goals. How did you do it? You played direct football. It's not hard.
Ball's going to be thrown in front of the Colin Matthews wing sign there. Billy Gertz, fantastic once again with his tap work.
There he is again.
Davis on the ground. Josh Gertz, he gets a quick handball out to that man in Bill. Gertz. Quick little touchdown from Sam Gertz to Billy Quigley. Goes inside deep towards the Dromana goal, but it's cleared there off the ground by Red Hill. Out in front of Jake Mitchell. He want to get back on his left. Good pressure from Dromana. Big tackle applied there against Jordan Andrews, and we'll get another ball up just next to the boundary line in front of the Red Hill coach's box.
Problem with Jake Mitchell there is he was a left footer and he would have had to turn around to try and utilise the ball. He did have a few metres on his opponent, but they need to find something here, Red Hill.
Most left footers, Vossi, just have that right foot for balance.
So right in front of the Red Hill interchange bench, the umpire calling for the ball once again. A boundary throw to take place. Left half forward here for Dromana, who have kicked the only 3 goals so far in this, the third quarter. Ball taken by Chamberlain. Then he lost control. Still at half forward here is the ball. Picked up, going through 2 tackles, was Josh Gertz. Now the ball comes back Red Hill's way. A quick kick forward by Mitchell towards half forward. Matt Mitchell it was. And there's a free kick for in the back. Sat on the back of an opponent there in Harry Sullivan, who's got it 60 metres out from goal. Goes in towards the left half forward line. He's looking there for Marcus Del Lago. No mark taken. A high kick towards full forward. Can Patterson go back and take a mark? Not to be on this occasion. Can they find something here? Red Hill ball at the top of the goal screen. The umpire says, I'll ball it up.
I'll tell you what, I reckon this is the coming of age, even though he's under 18, but this is the breakout game for Josh Gertz today. In his senior ranks, that is.
Yes, correct.
He's been fantastic.
Free kick and Dromana will clear. Dromana up by 6 points in the match of the day. Dromana and Red Hills bye will come next week as the kick comes out towards Muschiali. No mark taken, he'll get it back here. Quick kick. And that should be...
What's the umpire going to call here?
Oh, that...
Local footy, guys.
Yeah,
Local footy.
Yeah, it actually looked like the umpire was actually going to give it. But
Might have been at a Hawthorn match, but not here.
Yeah, maybe deliberate against Stephen May, maybe Big Chief.
It was deliberate in the restaurant, Vossi.
Tell you what.
You've stumped him, Chief. You've stumped him.
No. It's I was about to say he's probably lucky that considering what's come out about Bailey Smith, he's probably lucky that the stuff has come out about Bailey Smith. All of a sudden, the attention's off him.
Ball thrown back in. Saligo was trying to break through.
Just kick it.
Marquezani for Red Hill. Allsop gets a quick kick up to Jake Mitchell. He gets a quick handball out to Slattery. He's tackled over the line. And we'll get another throw in.
Definitely Dromana have picked up this quarter, so it's great out of the blocks at half time. So must have been some fierce talk in the rooms at the break.
Slattery for Red Hill. He goes long, looking for that man in Patterson. Pack forms. Ball's out, just bouncing around. Slattery of the Jack variety for Dromana lays the tackle. We'll get another stoppage. The rain just starts to fall a little bit here again at Dromana. Jake Mitchell, he's over the ball for Red Hill. Once again, Pye calls for it. Billy Quigley's going to come away with the ball through the stoppage. Out in front of Marcus Delago. He almost runs through his teammate there in Slattery. That man we've been talking of for Marlow. He's been good for Red Hill. Patterson deserves a free kick there, and that's coming.
Nice little clip on the earlobe there.
Weather's overcast again, boys. I think we're going to get another shower of rain.
5-9-39, playing 5-3-33 here. 16, nearly 17 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Batcherworld and Mornington match of the day. Toby's going to get a little scrubbing kick up there to Josh Gertz. McNamara lays Big Shepherd. Also handballs in out, and we'll get a stoppage.
Fair amount of ball.
Throw in.
Fair amount of the ball today, Danny Alsop.
He's been good once again.
So, Red Hill looking for their first goal of the third quarter, probably their first score actually. I don't think they have scored this quarter. They have had 3 scored against them, and their lead at half-time has evaporated, and Dromana up by 6 points at the moment. We're 18 minutes in the third quarter, live here at the Pierce Street Oval in Dromana. Hope you can stay with us throughout the rest of the afternoon. It seems as though it's going to be a close finish in this game the way it's going at this stage. Dromana looking to clear, and they will clear through the James Manson wannabe kicking style of Dan Gormley towards the centre of the ground. There is a free kick. The umpire has given a free kick, and it's going back Red Hill's way.
Wow.
And they've actually got to bring the ball back. No advantage paid. The mark was taken by Luke Marcazzani, but they've got to bring the ball back 20 metres. So all of a sudden, I would potentially getting towards the scoring position, but now they've got to go back and load up once again from the centre of the ground. Now they go in short. Oh, didn't protect himself well enough there, Josh Mull. Should have taken that mark. It was easily knocked away from him in the end. The umpire says, I'm going to ball it up. Just didn't turn the body enough to keep his opponent out of that one,
no,
boys.
He didn't. And once again, Josh Gertz, 2 efforts there. He's been fantastic, as mentioned. Billy Gertz and Harry Winpope going to do battle.
1%.
Billy Gertz, once again, Chamberlain, he picks the ball up. He's dispossessed. Quigley's over it with Allsop. Gormley gets a quick kick forward, looking for Bird, but his opponent takes a mark out in front of him. That's Shane Mitchell for Red Hill. He's going to go wide, looking for Marlow. They've pushed him wide here, Dromana. Red Hill are going to have to go along the line. Coming up, looking for Siverson. He can't take the mark. And we'll get another stoppage right in front of the Dromana coach's box here. Not far from our calling point, Vossi. Billy Gertz, show of strength. He goes looking for a bit of distance, but the ball's gone out. We'll get a throw in.
Just be interesting to watch the throw in here and Billy Gertz and what's placed out the back, just out behind Billy Gertz.
So what they've done is Billy Gertz is going to have a little, he'll go to centre half forward. So Tooth going to do the ruck work against Winpope, who's done it all day for Red Hill. Ball out to, throw has been called there. Rightly so. As the Dromana faithful just starting to just loosen up a little bit, boys.
Starting to really launch in it. I think the cups of tea are really starting to take over now.
Winpope handballs it off to Allsop. He's looking in short. He's found Mould. He's going to go long. Inside forward 50. Big pack forms. Who's at the crumbs? It's that man there for Red Hill. In Harry Sullivan, who's won the free kick. D. Moore not happy with it.
It was just an awkward place and an awkward time. That couldn't be helped.
You're better off just going back and having a go at this here, Vossi. He's going to set it to the top of the square. Almost a mark to McNamara, but he can't take it. Dromana are going to clear through Billy Gertz with his skates on. Dean Moore. Billy Quigley, he goes up looking for Bird. He's going to take the mark. That's going to be 50 against Siverson. No, not given.
No, No, I don't think it was. Legitimately, I don't think it was.
Academy Awards coming up would have been a good
Jordan
contender.
Andrews has the ball. And we'll get a throw in front of the cricket nets here at Dromana.
So 6 points the margin. We've played 21.5 minutes in the third quarter. Dromana are the only side that have scored this quarter. They've kicked 3-2 in this, the third quarter, as the boundary umpire throws the ball back into play. It's going to be picked up and a quick kick forward on that occasion by Slattery. It was. Now taken there for Red, a little half back now. Quick kick down the line. It was by Finalo. No mark taken. Still an opportunity through the agency there of the Red Hill side. They get the ball smothered off the boot down. The umpire says throw it back into play.
This game is certainly turned, boys. Dromana doing everything right. If they get the next goal, then it's going to be really hard for Red Hill to come back from a 2-goal deficit.
Starting to get involved here.
Absolutely, the crowd are just starting to stand up for Dromana.
More people than certainly at the North Melbourne Giants game, it seems, but
wouldn't be hard.
Andrew umpire to throw the ball back into play once again. Must-win game for Dromana. Get themselves back on that winners list. Get themselves cemented in that top 5 heading into their bye next week. There's an opportunity, a high kick by Gormley it was. Goes down the line, and that is out of bounds on the full. And the ball is going to be kicked back into play here for Red Hill. They will go back from half back and look to try and turn things around in the latter stages of this third quarter. That wind, seems as though that wind is just holding that ball up a little bit there, AJ.
It certainly is. Good mark to tooth for Dromana. He's going to bang the ball in long. Big pack flies. Good smother from Andrews. Watch the Dromana boys get to him. He's been good, but he's won a free kick here. He'll go back. Looking for another goal for Dromana in this third quarter, who've gone out to a 1-goal lead after trailing by 2 goals at half-time in these wet conditions. Looks like he's going to run around. Jordan Andrews goes across goal. Big pack forms. Bird at the bottom of the pack there. He's over the ball. He gets the ball out. That man, Josh Gertz, gets a quick kick. Go through for a behind. Dromana move on to 5:10:40. Red Hill 5:3:33. Nearly 24.5 minutes gone on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard in the third quarter. Vossi.
Nearly turned it over there, Red Hill. Now they're going to go back and butter up and get the ball out of trouble, and they go as far as they possibly can, which is what they should have done in the first place. Ball at half 40 for Dromana, half back for Red Hill now. The Hillman looking to go forward. A kick towards the wing. Now kick off the ground towards half forward. They just need to try and get something on the board here before three-quarter time. They have a muster to
That
score.
man again, Vossi.
Billy once again. He is dominating, gets his hand pass over towards his brother in Sam. Long kick towards centre half forward. Off the pack. Mould's got it. Now they can go here, Red Hill. A kick in towards the centre of the ground. It will end up nicely. Slattery a hand pass. And now long kick at goal is going to be off target just and through for a behind. So Red Hill's opening score of the third quarter to take them all at 25.5 minutes there, 5:4:34. Dromana are 5 goals, 10:40. And that is on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard.
Bossy, when we spoke to Miles Paholke after the Sorrento-Dromana game, they mentioned that they wanted to put as much emphasis on stopping Billy Gertz as they could, and try and get him a bit angry. But for mine today, Red Hill just haven't had any answers or really tried to do that around the ground against him.
Well, considering Red Hill have got the biggest man on the ground in Harry Wynn Pope out there, so he just seems to be working up Harry Wynn Pope and him doing what he pleases here, Billy.
As the ball, he's going to go inside forward 50 for Dromana. Jonas Siverson there. Heading out to O'Sullivan, but both Red Hill players just spoil each other. Tooth for Dromana, he goes in. Andrews staying on the ground. Tackle applied from Bird. Red Hill under pressure here in the third quarter. Harry Larwell getting a clearing kick. Standing all there is about 5 Dromana players. Hanneman there for Dromana. Off to Harris. He's going to go inside. But Jonas Siverson standing in the hole for Red Hill. Out to Lonsdale. Can they mount something before three-quarter time here, Vossi?
Not when they're going as wide as what they did there with that kick. They need to be more direct, and all of a sudden, they just seem to have swapped jumpers at half-time. Suss, but I think Suss is doing something else here. But they just, seriously, AJ, they just seem to have swap jumpers at half-time the way they're going, because all of a sudden the stuff that Red Hill were doing well, Dromana are doing well, and vice versa in this second quarter to third quarter.
Absolutely, you're spot on there, Vossi.
So ball 45 metres out from the Red Hill goal. Can they get a goal before three-quarter time, maybe to even up the scores? There's a quick kick by Mitchell. Here's an opportunity as the ball is going to be kicked off the ground, or potentially kicked off the ground. But Red Hill will lose out on this occasion. The ball goes out towards the back pocket and goes over for a boundary throw-in. So the margin is 6 points. We're 28 minutes into the third quarter. There's only been the 3 goals kicked. We've already had 8 minutes of time on, so wouldn't have thought we would have needed that much. But nevertheless, that is what it seems. 40 to 34 on the scoreboard.
Gertz and Wimpope doing battle once again. Calls for just only a minute to go from in the crowd. Going to be another stoppage inside. Forward 50 for Red Hill. Very scrappy at the moment. Mould on the bottom of the pack. Stan Gormley's just helped up there by his teammate. Looks in a bit of trouble there, Gormley. Hunched over. It's a good tackle from War, not letting McNamara go anywhere. Once again, ball thrown up. Gertz, Wimpope. Free kick given. That'll go to Billy Gertz. He has been absolutely enormous, boys.
Yep, absolutely he has. As the kick comes out towards the half-back line, the mark has been taken there by Jaden Tooth, who's got it. He goes with the kick down the line. A good kick for distance. Ball looked to be brought forward again by Red Hill, but the umpire has said that is three-quarter time in the match of the day this afternoon on this Queen's Birthday Sunday. And it is a 6-point margin in favour of Dromana. They are 5-10-40, Red Hill 5-4-34. That quarter went 29 minutes and 29 seconds, and you're listening and watching RDP.
Everyone knows Australia has 4 big banks, but the 5th biggest retail bank is snapping at their heels. It's a bank that's been around for over 160 years, can be found in over 500 locations nationwide, looks after over 1.8 million customers, and is regularly voted one of the most trusted brands out of all the thousands of brands in Australia. Who is this fantastic number 5? Yep, it's Bendigo Bank. The better big bank.
More and more people with a taste for quality are shopping at Eliza Meats. Kevin and his lean team pride themselves on the finest cuts, from juicy steaks and roasts to high-grade mince and sausages. And Eliza Meats are the gourmet specialists. Inquire about Eliza Meats Spit Hire. Phone 9787 4473 for a mouth-watering meal fit for a king. It's all at Eliza Meats. See our sponsor Kevin at Eliza Meats, 112B Mount Eliza Way, a station sponsor.
Need your property painted, but you don't want to just trust any painter with your asset? Give Wow Factor Painting Solutions a call. We're based on the Mornington Peninsula and specialise in high quality painting solutions. We are proud members of the Master Painters Victoria and the Dulux Accredited Program. For a free quotation, visit wowfactorps.com.au or call 0475 448 285. Wow Factor Painting Solutions, a station sponsor.
Battery World now open in Mornington.
We know batteries. We know our 75 D23Ls from our DIN 65 LHs. And we know which is best for you. We have the range and a spark no one else can match because we live and breathe batteries. Those beautiful boxes and cylinders that power our lives and our passions. That's why we're the batteryologists. We're Battery World.
Battery World Shop 1, 43 Mornington Tyre Road, Morning.
And welcome back to Dromana Recreation Reserve, as we were going to take Peter Susovic's camera out in the huddle, but he has ran off with this rain that is coming down here at the moment. Michael Voss, I've never seen Sus move so quick.
Maybe a can of Jim Beam or something might in front of him. He might be similar. What do you reckon?
Yeah, possibly. I reckon you might be pretty spot on there. I reckon when he was at the Continental the other week, if a beer had been put in his way, he would have run at it.
Man of the people there, Big Chief, isn't he?
He is. He's a great man. He does a lot for RPP. Some exciting things happening with RPP. We're not going to mention them too much, Vossi, but stay tuned, everyone. There's some exciting things happening with RPP Sport.
In thundering down there.
Absolutely. See David Plugger Lawson there, Vossi, just on the ground.
Well, very good player in his day was Plugger, wasn't he?
He was. He's a Dromana resident now.
Mood in the Dromana huddle was very positive, so they...
Oh, come on, Sus. How would you know? You're out of there as soon as it started sprinkling.
Just the vibe. Just the vibe.
Absolutely. No, it's. I'd be pretty happy if I was in Dromana's position right now too, on their home deck. They were fantastic in the third quarter. They really took it up to Red Hill and showed why they're the better side in season 2022.
A lot of young sucks there as well, which was interesting.
I'll tell you what, boys, this will be a great win for Dromana if they can get this, because they've got 2 players on the bench.
Three.
2 players, or is it 3 now?
Three on the bench now.
Okay, so they've only got 1 rotation left, and when you consider that they've had that, or had 2 down before half time, it'll be a huge effort, Sus.
Will, definitely.
And something to mention for Red Hill is that as soon as Hicks went off the ground injured, that's where they have been let down, Vossi. He was fantastic in the first half.
And they went away from their game plan that they were playing, AJ. Getting the ball forward, not using the ball as much, and Dromana all of a sudden that quarter, that first 10 minutes when it was dry, and managed to hit the scoreboard. The only 3 goals in that quarter all came in the first 10 minutes. So 5:10:40 it is, Dromana, 5:4:34 Red Hill. Start of the last quarter here at the Pearce Street Oval. Just waiting for the umpire to hold the ball aloft. He does now, and we are underway. It is raining here quite heavily at Pearce Street Oval, so Red Hill all of a sudden need to hit the scoreboard in this last quarter. It's like a piece of soap trying to pick the ball up even in the first few seconds of this last quarter, and the umpire says, I'm going to ball it up. Knocked down by Win Pope. Free kick. It will go to Dromana, and it will go to Josh Kurtz, who's been very good in this second half, boys.
He certainly has, but He kicks it out towards the wing, and that man for Red Hill, Jonas Siverson, has been equally as important for his side. He goes quickly inside forward 50, looking for a mark. Nothing coming for Patterson. There's going to be a kicking in danger given against the man, McDonald, who kicked the first goal, who we thought would have been on, but the conditions haven't been good for the big key forwards today as Childs gets the free kick. He comes out this wing. Standing in the way there was a Dromana player that it almost took his head off. Ball just on the ground. Tooth was able to get a handball out. Quick kick from Allsop inside forward 50 for Red Hill. But that man we were just speaking of, Patterson, not able to control the ball, and it's gone out inside Red Hill's forward 50.
Sussin, your limited time out there before. Did you pick up a wind at all, maybe heading down towards the safety beach?
Nah, nothing at all, Vossi. It was pretty still.
So Dromana kicked the 3 goals in that third quarter. It seemed as though there might have been a scoring in, but Sussin said no. Okay, so Dromana looking to go down the line with a kick, down towards the centre wing. Looking there for Andrews, couldn't take the mark. Ball to be picked up. Andrews needed to apply to Shepherd. The ball wasn't given to him. A high kick by Sam Gertz towards half forward. Red Hill have got to try and get the ball out of trouble. The numbers are with Dromana. They're going to get a free kick. And now the hand pass there from Broden Bird towards Gertz. And Billy Quigley goes back and takes an excellent mark.
Sam Gertz absolutely gave up on that kick. You could hear him in the sound effect just go, It looked like it was going out.
Going to the bounce.
Floated into Billy Quigley's lap.
He ran the way he's standing there now. He ran back towards the scoreboard, and he just took that in the arms. It was a very, very good mark considering the conditions.
He's going to go through the puddle.
This will be big if he can kick this goal. He can't quite get it. The ball's in the goal square. Dromana just trying to get that ball under the boot, but it's going to be taken over the line there by Shea Mitchell, over the line right next to the Dromana goal. They're up by 6 points. 3 minutes into the last quarter, Premier Traditional Home scoreboard.
Dromana get a goal here for mine. They will be too strong. Ball thrown in. Quick kick from Siverson that went sideways. Moulds in there for Red Hill. We spoke of that man, Hicks, going off. He's just hobbled past us with ice on his hamstrings. He's gone.
Very high by the hamstring as well.
It doesn't look like a good one. Saligo getting a quick kick. It's certainly disastrous conditions here at Dromana. This is old-style football, boys. Play it in the mud.
We haven't had a goal scored for about 25 minutes, boys, and I tell you what, and we've got about a similar time to go, and I reckon we'll be lucky to see 2 between now and the end of the game, the way it's played at the moment.
Tooth there for Dromana, gets a clearance in the ruck. Mole getting a quick kick for Red Hill. And that has Dromana players asking for on the full, but it's not coming. Billy Gertz will contest this ruck contest against Harry Winpope. Ball's going to be thrown in by the umpire. Comes in high. Drops a little short. And he'll have to repeat his actions once again. Look at Josh Mould there. His face is just full of mud.
I think he copped the old...
face in the mud?
Yes, he copped a handful, and he was down on his haunches there, and someone's just come along and...
The old Teddy Whitten.
Teddy Whitten, yep.
Ball thrown in again. Billy Gertz once again gets the ball back into the dangerous position for Dromana. Quick kick from Josh Gertz. He's been fantastic as mentioned. Ball up to the Collins Matthews wing. Sam Gertz, he's probably putting up a contender to be best on ground as well, boys.
His goal interactions have been pretty good.
But that man, as we speak, Billy Gertz, probably just got his nose just in front. Maybe they'll probably live together, the brothers, so they'll just cook it up together. We might as well give it to both of them as they go inside. Forward 50 to Dromana. Quick handball over the top. Just need to get the ball onto the boot. There's Bird. He's at the top of the goal square. the umpire calls for it.
As silly as this sounds, I'm going to say it anyhow, even a point at this stage will make it 7 points, and that'll make it tough.
Ball thrown up top of the goal square for Dromana. Billy Quigley's just... No, it's not Billy, is it? The free kick's given for in the back here. Hard to see who it is on the ground. It is that man, Billy Quigley.
Probably arguably one of the best equipped sportsmen on the peninsula with cricket and footy. His background there, so
absolutely.
I hate people like that. So
Sean Foster.
Anything they put their minds to, they're just good at.
Leaper Holke. That annoys me. He's good at everything. As Billy Quigley comes in, watch him turn to the crowd if he kicks it. No, he's gone the other way. He's gone against the club rooms.
I reckon that's
He's
it,
giving
boys.
it the double fister.
6.5 minutes, and it's well. You and I think are thinking along the same lines. I think it's just about home in these conditions.
Yeah, I think so. I can't see Red Hill kicking 2 goals. All the pressure's on them. Dromana can just get the ball forward and get another one. Whereas Red Hill are just desperate here at the moment. The crowd is up and about at the moment for Dromana. Billy Gertz is in the middle. Jake Mitchell there for Red Hill. He's gang tackled. Be another stoppage. Billy Gertz gets a hit out once again. All stop, quick kick for Red Hill. Dean Waugh on his left. He goes up, and it just trickles out in front of the Colin Matthews wing board right there.
As we see the replay there, just yeah, pretty excited about that.
We've just seen a supporter walking
the Bendigo
past.
Bank replay.
Nearly slip over, and he's wearing shorts.
I was hoping he was going to go A over. Josh Mould probably should have been given a free kick against him there. The umpire let it go. Been good, the umpires, once again today. Rucks do battle. That goal kicker, Billy Quigley, just standing up in the tackle.
You've got to shout out the umpires. Full compliment today, but you haven't noticed them. That the game has come at the forefront, which is really good.
Absolutely. Once again, another stoppage. Just at the top of the Red Hill 50-metre mark. Billy Gertz looking to just swat that ball. Tigers get it out through Josh Gertz over to his brother Sam. Standing in the way there is Harry Larwill. They need to move it quick, Red Hill. They need to get a score on the board. They go out looking for Lonsdale. But Tovey gets a fist in. Lonsdale's able to step Chamberlain. They go in looking for a mark. And Dean Waugh, it is there for Dromana, who takes that relieving defensive mark. Vossi.
He's been very good also, Dean Waugh, for his side, but they've seemingly got all the answers. Red Hill have not scored a goal. They've only scored the one behind since half-time, and they need 2 goals to tie things up. So that shows you what odds it seems. They seem to be climbing Everest to try and get back into this game. It seems an impossible task.
See Dromana with an extra player behind the ball as well, so they're setting up now.
So kick off the ground there by Sam Gertz. It was smothered. Now a high kick towards half forward. Ball knocked away. Tooth was in there, and so was
Davis.
the player there in...
Riley Davis for Dromana.
So he's wearing...
38.
Oh, yeah, of course, there's 2 number 7s on there. So Riley Davis is the man who dived in there. What's the umpire giving here as a free kick?
I think it was a Shepherd, Vossi. Shepherd in the ruck.
And Billy Gertz is the man. I'd still have Billy Gertz in front, boys, at the moment. That's just me.
I would too.
Short pass and the mark's been taken by Josh Holloway, who's 60 metres out from goal. Just got to keep going, just maybe try and put another score on the board, but they're probably home as it is. Dromana, they're 2 goals in front.
Yeah, just 10 minutes gone, Vossi, and you don't want to just sort of defend the game. You need to attack as well. You need to get 1 more on the board, and then it just becomes impossible for Red Hill.
I think it's
Too many sides go defensive at the moment in this sort of game. If you can attack and get one more goal on, that's when you start to just really lower the tempo.
Sandberg's looking for the out. Hand pass there, not to be. Ball kick towards full forward. Red Hill need to clear. They need to find a way forward. They need to find a goal kicker. They need to find a hero from somewhere. None of that happening at the moment. And the umpire says, I'm going to ball it up right in front of where we're broadcasting here this afternoon. And you're seeing these wonderful pictures live on the RDP social media pages. As the ball is hand passed back by Sam Gertz. Billy Quigley's got it. He goes to the kick towards half forward. It drops short. The mark's that's got to be a mark in these conditions. Jonas Severson should have been paid that mark, Big Chief.
I reckon he's giving away a free kick for abuse there.
Yep, dissent.
Where's that not a mark in these conditions? Explain that to me, AJ.
Well,
I haven't seen any.
I was more looking at it probably a free kick, Vossi. Chamberlain goes long. Pack forms once again at the top of the goal square.
So it's Dromana 6-10-46, Red Hill 5-4-34. We played 12 minutes in the last quarter, and Dromana playing like winners at the moment, boys.
He's bouncing around deep inside Dromana's forward 50.
It's good hard slog footy, isn't it?
Absolutely. Tap out coming. Wide handball. Get another throw in right in front of the Dromana change rooms here. 6-10-46 playing. Red Hill 5-4-34. Umpire's just picked up about 5 litres of water in his shoes. He throws the ball back in. Billy Gertz doing the ruck work. Bird tries to go off the mark. He has a fresh airy. He's dived on it. Is there a free kick going to be given? There is. Right, call right there. For Marlowe, for Red Hill. He goes across goal. Riley. He goes up, but he's turning the ball right over to D Moore, who's probably the only one that's going to stand in front of a 3 Gertz. 1-2-3 finish.
Correct.
Gormley. He turns the ball over. Harry Larwill just overrunning it. Ball going in. Marked on the line by Famalo. He's found Lonsdale.
Thoughts on the AFL listed players, guys, that haven't their input here?
Yeah, the VFL, you mean, Sus?
Oh, sorry, VFL.
Yeah, Famalo's been good, I reckon. Hicks was really good till half-time, but obviously sustained the hamstring injury. And like we've said, once he's gone out of the game, that's where the game's really changed.
Boundary umpire to throw the ball back into play.
Look, uncovered area behind.
Red Hill need to just take a risk, but on conditions like this, it's hard to see anything other than what's happened in this second half, and that's Red Hill being goalless at the moment. They are just out on their feet, it seems. Throwing to take place. Ball outside the attacking 50 here for Dromana. We've played 14 and a half minutes in the last quarter as the ball due to come back into play. Windpope and Gertz. Gertz beat into that one, ball on the ground. And the play there in Wade Chamberlain dives in there for Dromana. He wanted the free kick. The umpire said no. Going to ball it up at right half forward here for Dromana, who are hanging on to a 2-goal lead and are good for it at the moment. 46-34, and we've played 15 minutes.
All soft for Red Hill. He's tacking strongly by Saligo.
Something has to dramatically change here for Red Hill.
Ball thrown up once again. Gertz in front. Out to Gormley. Siverson for Red Hill does the clearing. He just goes up to the wing looking for Slattery, but Wall beats him to it. Red Hill. The man there in Famalo is tackled and he's dispossessed. That's holding the ball. Dan Gormley's come into it in this second half, boys. It's been important inside. He'll go in, looking for a target. Josh Gertz. I've liked Jordan Andrews' game. He hasn't clunked a lot, but he's really presented hard and he's brought the ball to ground.
And I suppose you see the Crummers there from Dromana just having a bit of a field day after half time here.
Absolutely. Ball going across into the centre square. It's just going to be kicked off the ground. There's a bit of a foot race here. Oh, they were just lucky that it was really thick of mud, because if it wasn't, they were going straight into the fence there.
Really opened that as a ski run, couldn't you?
Gertz and Wimpope once again. Jake Mitchell getting the clearance for Red Hill. Dean Moore was there for Dromana, but he overruns it. Patterson gets a quick handball forward. Dean Moore goes back in. Pack forms. We'll get another ball up just at the top of the forward 50 mark for Red Hill. Michael Voss.
Yeah, Dromana have scored the only 4 goals in this second half, and that 3 in the first 10 minutes of the third quarter is going to prove vital, it seems. Here's an opportunity, though. They're going to mark here Red Hill at attacking 50. It's Tom Slattery, who has kicked one of Red Hill's 5 goals this afternoon. I'm not saying it's impossible that he's going to kick this distance, but I'd say very unlikely. He is going back. He's confident. He puts it on the boot. I tell you what, throw egg in my face after all that. That is a goal, and they are back in this, Red Hill. 6-4-40, Dromana 6-10-46. And what would you say that distance is, Chief? You would have covered, what, 40, 45 metres, and covered probably more like 55?
Oh, 45 to 50, I'd say. Might have a bit of a touch of a zephyr behind him.
That was a great kick, considering the ball is an absolute mess at the moment.
And the time of the match, so what really puts Red Hill back in it.
Very important icon sports of Melbourne. Goal of the day. Gertz and Wimpope. Gertz just is over Jake Mitchell there. Quick kick forward by Sam Gertz. He's been enormous today for Dromana. Red Hill got just a quick kick off the ground. Gormley going to chase it up for Dromana. He tries to get it in front of him. He gets the ball on the boot. Standing there is the player in Davies for Red Hill.
Could these two sides play out a second draw for the season?
Or potentially, Vossi. They were out there if they'd have taken the mark. Siverson's tackled there by Andrews. He's dispossessed, called for a throw.
Wow.
The umpire was right on it. Crowd knew. Crowd getting excited. They could sense this game's getting a little bit tighter, and Jonas Siverson might have been able to do something there, but he got tackled, he got pinned, and he threw the ball out. We're just about to hit time
here,
on.
Boys, on the right, we've got the Dromana supporters on the left. We've got a few Red Hill. And differing views on that one.
Off the pack, a high kick there by Lonsdale towards the centre wing, but it's taken in by Josh Holloway for Dromana. We are 19 minutes and 15 seconds into the last quarter. It is 6 points the difference. These two sides played out a draw on, I think it was Good Friday they played this year. So it wasn't that long ago, about 8 weeks or so ago, and they played out a draw. So can this be another draw if Red Hill can somehow sneak a goal without Dromana offering anything on the scoreboard in the last probably 5 or 6 minutes of this game? If that. Umpire says, I'm going to ball it up. Right half forward flank here for Dromana, who've just got to try and just hold it in there. Just play the good, solid, hard football is what they're doing there. That play not going too far there in Lonsdale, and the umpire says ball it up again.
Good consistent umpiring here from the SUA umpires.
Jake Mitchell goes to the wing. Standing in there is Dean Moore, who's been fantastic.
That is a really good mark in the conditions, boys.
He goes down looking for the play there in Tooth. All stop for Red Hill. Mitchell gets a quick kick for Red Hill. Slattery, he's out. He's going to go long. 2v1. Patterson is the one for Red Hill. Ball gets over the back. Can he get a quick kick? No. Deep inside Red Hills. Forward 50, right in the goal square here. Can they get an equaling goal?
Could have almost got a free kick there, AJ.
I don't know, Vossi. You'd be pretty lucky to get one there, but Slattery puts his head over the ball for Red Hill. Would be interesting if both these sides do play out 2 draws.
We just confirmed the scoreboard at on behind the goals.
6-10, 6-4. You're spot on there, Chief. Is there anything you can't do around here?
It's just the vibes, just the vibes.
Ball thrown up. Allsop. He's swung around by Sam Gertz.
The interesting one will be if Red Hill get a point here, then the pressure will be on full.
Absolutely. Patterson doing the right work for Red Hill against Billy Gertz. Once again, we'll get another stoppage. Nearly 22 minutes gone in this quarter. Red Hill 6-4-40. Dromana 6-10-46. Dean War dispossessed. Slattery probably caught one high there. Josh Gertz. Red Hill are going to get one deep inside forward 50. Looking for a target in McDonald.
Good defence.
He's not able to take a mark. But it's a pretty good spot to have it there for Red Hill, Vossi.
Yep, they can certainly offer something here if they can get the ball down to a smart moving crummer. An opportunity for a goal here, about 15 metres out from the Red Hill goal. There's about 25 players around that ball at the moment, and the umpire says I'm going to ball it up. Now about 35 metres out from the Red Hill goal. Just got to try and hold firm here, Dromana. Said that when they scored that goal by Billy Quigley early in the last quarter with a 2-goal lead, they'd be home. We didn't count on Red Hill offering a very good goal before for Tom Slattery. As it is, a kick out towards defensive 50. Is that a mark in front? No, says the umpire. Kick off the ground towards half-back. Now they go back inside. Almost a mark in front. Not to be. Still an opportunity for Marlowe it was. Got the quick kick away. Now that Red Hill trying to get the ball towards a scoring opportunity, but the ball is knocked over in desperate times here at the moment. We're 23 and a half minutes into the last quarter here at Dromana. It is 6 points the difference. They played out a draw on Good Friday. Can they possibly do it again? That would be something.
Fossey's going to blow a valve in a minute. Slattery for Red Hill. He swung around. Ball just falls back under him. Once again, we'll get another stoppage. Jake Mitchell's really stood up for Red Hill in this last half, boys.
Don't give away a free kick here if you're Dromana.
Ball goes up. Gertz, Win Pope. Free kick is given. It's going Dromana's way.
2 minutes left, you say?
Yeah, it couldn't be too much longer. No, there it is.
Wow.
Dromana win. 6-10-46. Red Hill 6-4-40. They were down to one player on the bench, Dromana. And they have steamrolled Red Hill after half time.
4 goals to 1 in the second half in favour of Dromana, and they have held on here to a win, but that shows tremendous character for them. They're obviously the 2-time reigning champs going back to 2019, but when you consider their 3 players down on the bench, limited numbers, that shows tremendous tickle with a number of injuries out of their side already.
You can see the boys going out there in the crutches. They were a part of the game.
And there'll be a lot of close friends, two bordering communities, and a lot of them know each other. So good match, really high spirits. But Dromana pulling away after half time, or getting back into it really after half time, and then just maintaining that lead. But credit to Red Hill. Jamie Mollo would be probably a bit disappointed where they had to start and then came back.
Yeah, I think Red Hill will be bitterly disappointed with that result, to be honest. To be up by a couple of goals, half-time and
They
the
had
way they
Dromana on
played.
toast at
They
half-time.
did. They absolutely did. They allowed them to get back into the game, Dromana, and they took the opportunity. And yeah, look, that's one that slipped away for Red Hill.
It was that first 10 minutes of the third quarter when the weather fined up and Dromana all of a sudden worked out how to play football for that 10 minutes, got the ball down, they kicked 3 goals, and that was the difference in the game.
Absolutely. Just to wrap it up here, Dromana 6-10-46 defeating Red Hill 6-4-40. That last quarter went 24 minutes. Billy Gertz, best on ground for mine, but
100%.
But it was closely followed by Sam Gertz, Josh Gertz, and D Moore. This has been your RPP broadcast from Dromana. Dromana running out victors. Look forward to being with you next week for the Bachelor Word of Mornings and Match of the Day.